The XFL is on the air. Strap yourself in for hard-hitting, in-your-face, smash-mouth football.
And you don't have people trying to be too cute and too, we're going to outthink it. Smash-mouth football, that's what we're going to play.
Chicago Enforcers of the XFL is next.
I'm taking it serious, too. I mean, this is what I love to do. I'm not going out there half-stepping. I'm going to try to put on the show. I mean, I don't want anybody sitting down when I put my hands on the ball.
XFL football is how football was meant to be played.
I really feel good about our preparation, and I feel good about the personalities that are on this team.
Tonight, Ron Meyer and his Enforcers take on the Rage of Orlando. Live in Orlando, it's Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, and Lou Canellis.
And welcome to history in terms of football in Chicago, the first ever game for the Chicago Enforcers and the XFL here in Orlando. 40,000 people, completely sold out. They were tailgating 3 hours before game time. They are rocking and rolling. You hear them in the background. With me, the former Super Bowl Bear linebacker, the Big O, Otis Wilson. We'll hear from Sweet Lou Canellis, who's down on the field. The Big O, I feel it.
Man, I tell you, the excitement is in the air. After 4 weeks of preparation, now it's time to hit some people.
Who would ever believe that 1 year ago to this day, Vince McMahon sat down and said, I got an idea. The XFL, and a year later, completely sold out at the Citrus Bowl. National television audience will have cut-ins. Their national TV game on NBC is sold out between New York, New Jersey, and Las Vegas. 38,000 plus at Sam Boyd Stadium in Vegas. Let's check in downstairs with Sweet Lou Canellis.
As you guys said, I'll tell you what, this place is rocking, Bill and Otis. We are inside the Citrus Bowl, as you mentioned, Bill. 38,000 strong, and this crowd varies in age. I've seen kids as young as 6. I've seen grandfathers as old as 80. Everyone is here is that WWF also type of crowd. Cheerleaders, when they made their way out on the field here at the Citrus Bowl, hell, they got a bigger applause, a bigger standing ovation than the teams. And I'll tell you one final thing. The Chicago Enforcers are unwelcome here inside the Citrus Bowl. This is an unruly crowd, and the Enforcers will not only have to go up against the Orlando squad tonight, they'll have to go up against 40,000 Rage fans. We'll fill you in on the Enforcers and what their game plan is later on in the pregame show. Back to you guys.
Big O, when we talk about the WWF, the number one thing and the number one question by the football purist is this legitimate football? You know what? There is the hype, the fireworks, the crowd noise, the speakers, and the beautiful cheerleaders, but this is real football.
No doubt about it, this is real football. You keep hearing people thinking because Vince McMahon is WWF, but these guys been in the NFL before. They know what they're doing. We watched them practice. We see them out here warming up. Fans, you're going to get some football tonight. These guys are going to come out here and hit. I've talked to a few of them all in the last couple of days. They are tired of practicing them against one another, and they want to come out and do something to this Orlando Rage.
And for your Chicago Enforcers, their head coach Ron Meyer, NFL experience with the Indianapolis Colts, New England Patriots, in the CFL with the Las Vegas franchise, and also college football. You remember the Pony Express, Dickerson and James at SMU. That was Ron Meyer, and he's going to go with his own horses in the backfield for the Enforcers. Their best player, hands down, he's a former number one pick of the Miami Dolphins, running back John Avery.
John Avery is an excellent running back. I mean, when he put number one, let me just say this. He should be in the NFL. I don't know why he's not in the NFL, but the XFL is glad to have him. And when he gets his hand on that ball, it's going to be electrifying.
And not only John Avery coming at you out of Mississippi, but then there's LaShawn Johnson. You remember him with the Packers and the Giants, and also the people in DeKalb back in Chicago at Northern Illinois. And then throw in Charles Wiley, a bruising back out of Georgia Tech.
Well, they got the triple effect. I mean, they can get the scat back, they got the power back, and they got the runner. So they just have to mix it up and wear down that offense.
And the quarterback is going to be another Chicago kid out of Wheaton, Warrenville South, Timmy Lester. He was a stud at Western Michigan in the Mid-American Conference. We talked to him earlier. He said, if I throw bad in practice, I'm going to have a good game. He was all over the place. I think Timmy Lester's going off tonight.
Well, you're right about it. He said if he throws bad in practice, he's going to have a good one. He's one of those possession-type quarterbacks. He don't make a lot of mistakes, He just keeps the ball moving down the field. Just move the chains. That's all he want to do.
We're just about 15 minutes away from the start of history in terms of football in Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. The Enforcers and the Orlando Rage. I'm Bill Simonson with Big Otis Wilson, Sweet Lou Canellis, our entire huge crew here at the sold-out Citrus Bowl. And this is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000.
There's who. You're locked into XFL football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000.
Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, Sweet Lou Canellis live in front of 40,000 rabid football fans at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. We're just about 13 minutes away from the opening kick between the Enforcers and the Rage, and Sweet Lou Canellis is downstairs getting all pumped up about Chicago and some fans who made the long trip to Florida.
Well, you know, I was talking about that crowd, Bill, and I'll tell you what, it's a sea of orange, red, mustard, blue. Those are the colors of the Orlando Rage. But as I was looking through the crowd, I said, what in the hell is that Orlando guy wearing a Chicago Bears shirt and jacket for? What's your name?
Bob Bluestone.
Bob, are you from Chicago?
Franklin Park.
Franklin Park. Did you make it all the way to Orlando for this evening's football game?
Oh, you bet. We usually come down here for the IRL race. They cancel it, so we figured we'd come down here for this.
Have you been excited about the XFL? There's been a lot of build-up, a lot of talk in sports about what the XFL presentation was going to look like. Have you been fired up to watch it?
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you, this could be a pretty exciting thing. I can't stand basketball or baseball anymore. I love football. It should be football year-round almost.
We haven't seen football yet on the field, but we've seen plenty off the field. A Vince McMahon presentation is what they call it. What's been the one thing that you've seen sitting in the Citrus Bowl over the last 15, 20 minutes that surprised you, that's really caught your eye?
The fan excitement. The fans are going nuts here. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you, this thing's going to work. I think it will.
You're with your wife also. What's your name?
Linda.
Linda, are you into it? I mean, you know, there's a lot of guys in the crowd, but I've seen more women here inside the Citrus Bowl than I've seen at Soldier Field. You fired up for XFL football?
I love it. I love football. We're Bears fans all the way. Walter Payton was my hero, and now we're back to the football. The best thing in the world is football. I love it.
You guys got tickets for the opener in Chicago on the 24th?
Not yet, but we plan on going. You bet.
Right.
Terrific. Guys, have a good time.
Thanks a lot, Lou.
All right, guys, as I said, you know what? Everyone's excited about it, and you've got a couple of folks that made the trip down to Florida here for this evening's XFL inaugural football game. I'll tell you what, Bill, you and myself and Otis, we've been juiced about the XFL, but it's great when you hear the fans talking about it also.
And Sweet Lou is Sweet Lou, whether it's Chicago or Orlando. Oh my God, look at all the girls in the stands.
Lou's a smart man.
A little earlier, sound like the crocodile hunter. Oh, where are those Orlando Rage cheerleaders?
No
They're
doubt
over
about
here.
it.
It is excitement.
And when
It's
they
not
came
hard.
out, he made his way over there, didn't he?
You know what? You have people from Chicago who wanted to see what it's like in person. This game will not be broadcast on NBC. Their first national telecast will be a week from tonight when Chicago is in Los Angeles taking on the Extreme. Don't forget, our coverage on ESPN Radio 1000 goes until 8:30. Then you can go to our website and listen because of Bulls basketball at ESPNRadio1000.com. And also, you can tune in to AM 930. We'll leave this broadcast at 8:30 for the Bulls, so two ways to listen. You don't want to miss a second. ESPNRadio1000.com and also AM 930. Now, the XFL is about different things, different rules. Everybody has heard about the most exciting fourth down in football, where the punt is live after 25 yards. There is no fair catch, but there is a 5-yard halo, but then you got to run with it.
That's no doubt about it. And all he's really doing is saying, hey, the NFL is taking away from the action. We're going to put the action right back there on the field and make these guys give you constant contact at all times.
Big O, I think one of the most exciting innovations in football will be unveiled here in about 10 minutes. It's called the Dash for the Pigskin.
Oh.
No coin toss in the XFL. You will line up two players, one from each team, from the Enforcers and the Rage, at the 30-yard line. The ball will be placed at the 50. The first person that gets the football, that team can either receive or kick.
And that's the best way. I tell you, it's the only the strong survive. I mean, go out there, make that dash, or what I would say, make the dash for the cash. Go get that football.
And speaking of making the dash for the cash, the winner tonight, each member of the Enforcers or the Rage who is victorious here in about 3 hours will get an extra $2,500 in salary. So there's a bonus for winning this thing.
Where do I sign up at, man? Hey, that's football, baby.
You know what? Son of a Mitch Rosen is here. I think if we do a good broadcast and we beat the competitors, there's an extra $2,500 a person for the broadcast team.
All right, hey.
Also, point after touchdowns, you can't kick it. You line up and you go for one. You either run it or you throw it in. Also, what's interesting, 1 foot and bounce, like college football for the receivers, but the DBs can chuck you all the way down the field.
And that's going back, like I say, to the old school. Getting out there, making the guy show his athletic ability, and do something, promoting action. That's all he's saying is he's going to give you nonstop action for your ticket price.
Also, one receiver can move forward to the line of scrimmage. That's illegal motion at the college level and in the National Football League. But in the XFL, they want a receiver to get open, and also the games will be shorter, a shorter play clock. Teams will have 35 seconds to get their play off compared to the longer clock in the National Football League.
Again, getting in there, promoting action, getting these guys going, and that's where you have to really focus and concentrate offensively and defensively. When you have that short time clock, the pressure's on. Let's see, can you handle the pressure?
One note, Enforcer fans, the Chicago Enforcers taking it to the Extreme Tour is stopping at a bar near you, brought to you by Budweiser, coming out to meet and greet the Enforcer cheerleaders, take part in the Extreme Table Football Challenge, and win game tickets and merchandise. The next stop at Shoeless Joe's in Rosemont on Thursday, February 8th, and Joe's Sports Bar in Chicago on Saturday, February 10th. Check out other stops on the tour at ChicagoEnforcers.com or call 1-866-XFL-GAME. Don't forget, it's the Chicago Enforcers taking it to the Extreme Tour, brought to you by Budweiser, making a stop at a bar near you. This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000.
This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000.
Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, and Sweet Luke Canellis inside the sold-out Citrus Bowl. They scaled it down to a capacity of just over 40,000. Every ticket was sold. Guys were outside with signs like it's a Super Bowl. I need tickets.
That's the excitement that they're drawing here. I mean, they like you said, they sold it out, and you can look at all these fans out here. They're ready for some action.
The Enforcers' colors are purple, black, and white. They're in their road white unis with the black and purple pants and the black and purple helmets, coached by Ron Meyer. And now they're making their way out of the tunnel, being introduced to the crowd here. And they were roaring earlier for the Orlando Rage. And I'm not quite sure about the Rage's colors. White, red, yellow, blue.
A little blue.
A cross between the New England Patriots and the old San Diego Chargers.
Well, let's hope they play confusing like their colors.
Back downstairs we go to Sweet Luke Canellis, who's on the sidelines.
All right, Bill, we've got Coach Meyer inside, rooting his team on. The defensive starters have made their way out onto the football field. Coach Meyer now opening the door. Here come the offensive starters. And the coach is into this as much as the players. I'll tell you what, I had a chance to talk to him about 2 hours ago, and he was pretty tense. All business, all fired up. This is important for him. Coach Meyer's been in these situations before. He's coached over 35 years on the high school level, on the collegiate level as a head coach at UNLV, also at SMU. Here comes Coach Meyer. Coach, I saw on the board that you had inside the locker room, 810, it said, kick Orlando's ass. Are you guys ready to kick their ass?
Well, Lou, I think we're in pretty good shape. Obviously, it's going to be a great game. They're certainly fired up here in Orlando. And our bunch is an underdog. We love it. We love it.
What did you tell the guys inside the locker room before they were introduced?
I said a football game's like eating an elephant. You can't take it in one bite. Yeah, I mean, you can't take it in one swallow. You can take it one bite at a time. One play at a time, Lou. And don't let all the extra-peripheral stuff get into your head. It's still the same game you've been playing since the 5th grade.
Give me a key for tonight's game for your team to win.
Oh, offensive line. We got to run the ball.
Good luck. We'll talk to Coach Meyer again at halftime. There you heard it. They're ready for football. This place is fired up, Billy. The Rage being introduced.
For those of you that doubted the XFL would never make it, I wish you could be standing inside the Citrus Bowl right now and you hear the roar of the crowd. I feel the goosebumps. They go. You're ready to go for a franchise in a league that's never played a game. This is unbelievable.
Like Coach Meyer, he said it best. This is nothing new, nothing different. Take it one play at a time, knock somebody down, catch some football. That's what it's all about. Old-fashioned kick-butt football.
The Orlando Rage are being introduced to the hometown crowd, and you hear the roars, and really the Rage here will come down to their quarterback. The reason why Orlando and LA are the favorites, according to the odds makers in Vegas, and Orlando a 7-point favorite in this game over Chicago, Jeff Brown out of Louisville, a quarterback with NFL experience with the 49ers. Actually, he was on the Browns roster this past December. So the odds makers and the so-called football experts are going with Orlando to be a championship contender because of their quarterback, Jeff Brown.
Well, that's all maybe well and good, but I'm going to put my money on the best defense. Offense win games, but defense win championships. And the Enforcers, I think, have a better defense.
When we talk about that defense, key guys will be their linebackers, Matt Finks, Jamie Baisley, also Aaron Humphrey, who's a stand-up defensive end. He's a guy Chicago's going to love. He's tough, he's out of Texas, and he carries a big-time attitude at 6'3", 260 pounds.
And he's very durable. You didn't mention that. The fact that he can play a defensive end and he can play a linebacker. And their scheme is similar to what we did back in our days. Of the 46 defense, they move them around, their base is 34. They're going to attack you all night. They're going to attack.
We talked about Ron Meyer and his comments in regards to the Enforcers' offensive line. I was talking to NFL scouts 2 weeks ago here in Orlando, and they told me the Enforcers' offensive line may be a mid-level NFL offensive front wall in terms of being 15 to 20 in ranking among the NFL teams. And you look at this offensive line, Tony Ramirez is 6'6", 305. Brian Lavelle is 6'6", 310. Paul Janis is 6'5", 290. The left guard is Rob Murphy out of Ohio State, 6'5", 305. And the left tackle, Christopher Perez out of Kansas at 6'7", 305.
And don't forget their tight end, Taiji. He is a 290-pound, solid as a rock tight end. So the key is, hey, they have to control the line of scrimmage. You look at most of our great championship teams. They always had great defenses, but they had an excellent offensive line that we had at the Super Bowl with the Bears. Hilgenberg and all those guys play well together. That's what this offense has to do.
Setting up that trio of running backs, Avery, Johnson, and Wiley. Taiji Armstrong, along with that offensive line. Taiji with Tampa Bay, and there's a great story involving the city of Chicago and Taiji Armstrong. We'll pass along to you later. And also the H-back. They're going to run a single set formation in terms of the backfield, but the H-back will be a blocker, and Willie Tate will be there at 6'4", 256. So you see about the line of scrimmage and why this is the key for Chicago to kick Orlando's ass.
No doubt about it. I mean, they have three different durable backs where they have a back that is a scat back, like I said earlier. They have a back that's a power back that run the football, and then they have that in between that can do both. So they have a whole lot of weapons.
One reminder, coming up at 8:30, the game will be heard on ESPN Radio 1000 and also one of our sister stations, AM 930. That will be at 8:30 tonight because at ESPN Radio 1000, we will move to Bulls basketball. So ESPN Radio 1000, you can hear the game until 8:30, then ESPNRadio1000.com. on the internet and also on AM 930 back in Chicago. And one note, don't forget, Sweet Lou Canellis and myself, we have our daily talk show, The Huge Show, Monday through Friday, 3 until 6 in the afternoon on this XFL radio station.
And boy, is that a great show. I love being on that show.
All right, let's meet the lineups for the Enforcers tonight. Momentarily, they'll be bringing them out, the players right now. I think there's going to be a fireworks display. Let's go back downstairs to Lou Canellis. There is a little delay here in the kickoff, but I think they're letting all the fans file in.
They're letting all the fans file in, number one, Bill, but they are getting ready for the dash to determine who will receive the opening kickoff. And if I'm not mistaken, the Enforcers have made a change. Corey Ivy was supposed to represent the Enforcers in the dash from the 30-yard line, but I see Saunders out there on the football field right now. And I spoke to Spivey. I'm going to get it back up to you, Bill, right now.
All right, here is a dash to see who gets the opening kick. There's a scramble at the 50. The Enforcers got it.
All right. Chicago's ball.
That was Saunders out of Florida State. A backup defensive back. Gets the ball. Now it'll be up to Ron Meyer. Do you want to kick or receive? And we got an injured Orlando Rage football player on the dash for the football. Let's go down to Lou Canellis, who had a better view of the dash for the football.
Hassan Shmadeen is the injured Orlando Rage player on the football field. And what I think was, as both he and Saunders dove for the football, it appeared as though Seen jammed his shoulder. He's in pain. I'm not allowed to go on the field, Bill, right now. But he's got the team doctors out there along with all kinds of cameras. How ironic that in this, the XFL, a game where the rules have been loosened a bit to bring back old-time football, on the opening play here in Orlando, you've got an injured player on the field.
That is an innovation I think is going to be a great television highlight. The dash for the football, everyone's calling it something different. I mean, someone said get dirty from the 30, but the Enforcers have elected to receive the football. Wow, what a start to football history in the XFL. A guy hurt on the opening dash.
Well, that's part of the game of football. I mean, that's where you say the ground caused a fumble, the ground caused him to get hurt. I mean, it's like, he'll be okay.
Enforcers will be on offense first, the opening kick, and then we'll get you the starting lineups. Timmy Lester, the QB out of Wheaton Warrenville South. We'll tell you who's going to start momentarily. Then Aaron Humphrey out of Texas, and I remember meeting that guy down in Austin. We'll give you the defensive starting 11. The Enforcers are taking the field. They will receive, and you get a buzz. I mean, you get a buzz already in terms of the crowd when you see this dash, and they're into it.
Well, I mean, it's just exciting football.
Here we go, folks. 15 minutes on the clock. This is real football. We'll keep you up to date on all the rules and everything else involved. But I think the fireworks display is something I'll have to get used to.
Well, it's like being in the old neighborhood, baby. Don't get nervous. You with Big O. I'll take care of you, partner. Hey, y'all should have seen Bill. He almost jumped in my pocket.
I was wondering what the delay was for. Why aren't they starting the game?
Now I feel at home.
Oh, baby. You want entertainment, you want excitement, you want adrenaline rush. Make sure you get your tickets for the February 24th home opener against New York, New Jersey, and the Enforcers. We are set to begin. Jay Taylor will tee it up and kick it away. John Avery deep for Chicago. It's a low kick that Avery will take midfield at the 10. Right side up to the 15, out to the 20. Avery to the 25, bounces off a tackle, spins across the 30, breaks another tackle, and he's dropped there at the 31. Let's meet the Enforcers starting offense.
Hello, this is Tim Lester, starting quarterback for Chicago Enforcers, and this is today's starting offensive lineup. At split end, number 88, Junior Lord. At flanker, number 83, Aaron Bailey. At tight end, number 86, Tyji Armstrong. At right tackle, number 60, Tony Ramirez. At right guard, number 79, Brian LaBelle. At center, number 74, Paul Janet. At left guard, number 66, Rob Murphy. At left tackle, number 77, Christopher Perez. At H-back, number 85, Willie Tate. And at running back, number 20, John Avery.
On the Enforcers' first play, Avery goes over the left side for a pickup of about 11. He'll be close to a first down. We'll wait for the officials' mark, and they are going to move the chain. So John Avery took the handoff from Timmy Lester. This offense is high-powered, and everybody is raving about number 20 out of Mississippi.
But hey, did you see that block on that linebacker that the wide receiver put to get the free Avery?
First and 10 Enforcers from their own 42, and now we're going to get a flag, and I think some movement on the left side of the offensive line. We are scoreless, just underway, a late start with all the hype for the first game and the sold-out crowd at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Bill Simonson with Otis Wilson. Lou Canellis is on the sidelines. Chicago Enforcers, Orlando Rage. Two teams who are in the Eastern Division of the XFL, along with New York, New Jersey, and Birmingham. The Western Division of the XFL features Memphis, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. I'm telling you what, the hype in the pregame show, it was almost like the opening kick was a letdown to a point.
Oh, I tell you, the atmosphere is electrifying right now.
It will be 1st and 15 for the Enforcers with the football at their own 39. Avery's alone back. Now bootleg. Lester's going to throw on the run, and we're going to get another flag on the far sidelines. And again, players getting used to new rules. One receiver is allowed to move forward to the line of scrimmage.
And you're going to have some of those little, penalties because, number one, they've been playing against each other for the last 4 weeks. Now it's a different tempo, so you got to excuse that.
The Rage defense, James Robertson, Andre Purvis, Ben Huff, Bill Duff up front. The backers are Patrice Alexander, Joe Cummings, James Burgess. And in the secondary, Ricky Bell, Omar Brown, Corey Gilliard, and Stephen Fisher. Now back the Enforcers up 5 more, bringing up what will be a 1st and 20 now for the Enforcers on offense. We're scoreless early on here on ESPN Radio 1000. And again at 8:30, we'll go to Bulls basketball. And you can listen on ESPNRadio1000.com and also on AM 930. Quickly, let's go downstairs to Luke Canellis and get a feel for the buzz.
Dislocated shoulder for the injured Orlando Rage player. Bill, as you were sending it down to me, I was talking to the team doctor for the Rage. He has a dislocated shoulder, as I said, when both he and Saunders went after that ball to determine who would have the kickoff. Back to you.
All right, we are set to get things rolling now. 1st and 20 for the Enforcers on offense with the football at their own 34. And now the officials slowing things down.
Hey, look quick. Hey.
Trying to get everything set here. And what happens for television purposes, there are 4 guys mic'd on each side of the football. So when you're in the stadium, you will feel the effects of the noise of the hitting going on the field.
I think that's a great thing. That way that puts the fan and the people at home watching on television, you can feel the impact.
I think the problem we have right now, the clock says 1954. That thing's been all over the place. That's what we were doing during the pregame show. That thing went from, all right, we got 2 minutes till kickoff. Now we got 20 minutes. So I think they're going to reset it now. And that's what the officiating crew is getting done down there. So 1st and 20 when we get back to action for your Chicago Enforcers. No score early on. First game in franchise history. Lester will be the QB. 2 wideouts in the pattern. Tate will be the H-back, and Avery will be the lone back. Right side it goes to Avery. Turns the corner out to the 35 and bounces off a couple of tacklers across the 39. And he's brought down there after a pickup of 6.
I thought that was a good surge. The offensive line moved that defensive line off the ball, and he got a good 7 yards on that play.
Enforcers offense, we'll see Junior Lord and Ryan Yarbrough at the wideouts. Aaron Bailey, people remember him in the NFL with the Indianapolis Colts, along with Raul Preston, who used to be a Pro Bowler with Green Bay, and also one of the return men for Ron Meyer and the Enforcers. It'll be 2nd down and long. Left side, Avery, and Avery is going to be dropped. That's a no gainer, and also another flag here on the near sidelines. So we'll sort this thing out. 3rd down and about 13 on the way, but we'll see what the yellow hanky is for.
86 on the offense.
Okay.
83 on the offense.
Okay. No foul. Crack back. Offense. 83. Crack back.
Okay, here's the spot up here.
All right, so you got the officiating crew there, and it was a crackback block on the offense. So the Enforcers looking out of sync here early.
Well, usually at this time, the offense is a little bit behind the defense, so you're going to have a lot of offensive penalties, because the game has stepped up a little tonight. So,
well, the officials are busy. David Whitwood, Roy Ellison, Dana McKenzie, Tom Hoffman, David Chesney, Paul Engelberts, and Gregory Steed make up our officiating crew here in Orlando. Downstairs once again to Sweet Lou.
Bill, after the exhibition loss to Birmingham, head coach Ron Meyer said, my team made a boatload of mistakes. Then a week prior to the beginning of the regular season, just about a week ago, he said the team is down to a truckload of mistakes. And the way this game has started, he can't be happy. 3 penalties in the first 5 offensive possessions.
Second down and 31 for the Enforcers. Draw to Avery with the hole across the 30, and Avery will get about 6 up to the 32. So we'll get about a 3rd and 24 coming up for Chicago. Ron Meyer was worried about this. He felt the running game would be the key, controlling the line of scrimmage. But you don't want to come out on your first possession in franchise history and have penalty after penalty and look out of sync. 3rd down and 21 for Chicago. 4 wideouts now in the pattern. Lester, 4-step drop, looking left. He's in trouble, flushed out of the pocket, dumps it off, and it's incomplete. Intended for Avery at the 35. That will bring up 4th and long, and we'll see Andy Crossland come in and punt it away for Chicago. Not the way you wanted to start things. And here the Chicago Enforcers. Crossland will stand at his own 18. Deep to return, Skinny Culver. And also Stephen Fisher for the Rage. He'll stand at their own 25. Good snap. A short end-over-end kick. And remember, there is no fair catch. It's going to be fielded at the 50. We got a flag, maybe a halo violation, as the punt was returned by Tony Gator up to the 49-yard line. But again, a lot of flags early. 2 teams who didn't have any exhibition games, a few scrimmages. To be honest, it's looking ugly here.
Well, you're going to see a lot of penalties when you first start out here because, like I keep saying, the tempo is different when you practice to when you play. And that, those guys are, the level of, the speed
halo
is just going on.
The penalty is declined. First down.
And again, the officiating crew getting more mic time than Sweet Lou Canellis early on here at ESPN Radio 1000. So that's a halo violation. What it is, a lot of people are confused. They think a guy can come up and hit you with a no fair catch rule. It's actually a 5-yard halo. College football, the NFL, it's a 3-yard halo. So the violation is called. The penalty will move the ball out to the 49-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Rage on offense for the first time. And now the officials are going to stop it once again. I think the clock's out of whack. The clock now reads 14:34. That's a problem here.
They have to get out a lot of kinks in all phases of this game right here.
Now they got to get the clock set.
Exactly.
The guy doesn't have the damn down marker up there. The yardage is out of whack. I think Orlando's trying to rig this game.
Well, maybe the clock guy should have went to training camp too.
Z0, 24 State Yankee on one. Ready?
All right, you got the play call inside the Orlando Rage huddle.
Exactly.
Let's see what happens. 1st and 10 for the hometown Rage. Man in motion, right side. Play action. Brom looking long, throws long, has a man open. Pass is going to be caught. That is going to be a touchdown. Orlando. Kevin Swain on a 50-yard reception from Jeff Brom, and we talked about an NFL quarterback and the experience, and also you saw Swain if you were here, and we saw it, the man who can run towards the line of scrimmage, and he just ran the post, and that's an easy 6 for Orlando. Now remember, in the XFL, there is no kicking the single PAT.
10-0, 14 lead on one. Ready?
You have to line up, and you can either run it in or pass it in from the 2. Brom now will work from the split backfield. Swain now in motion, right side, looking for the extra point. Handoff up the middle, and the conversion is good, but we have another flag on the field.
Okay. Back out, guys. Back out. Hold back out. Right to the snap. Ball stop.
Also, the clock says 14:10. I know the game's been going on longer than 50 seconds. We'll retry this extra point. Orlando is on top of the Enforcers 6-0. My guess is we're running a manual clock on the field with the officials because of the scoreboard problems. A ton of penalties early on, and now they will line up and go for the single PAT. And again in the XFL, you cannot kick it. 2 wideouts for Brom. Brom now, short drop, looks right, throws right. The pass is going to be intercepted by the Enforcers. Coming back the other way, you can return it for points, but knocked out of bounds on a vicious hit is Corey Ivy out of Oklahoma. He intercepted the single PAT try. You can return it 4 points in the XFL, but that is a failed conversion attempt. Timeout on the field, 10:38. That's what it says on the stadium scoreboard. Orlando on top of the Enforcers, 6-0. This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. 10:38 to go in the opening quarter. The Orlando Rage on top of your Chicago Enforcers, 6-0. The single PAT try was no good. Jay Taylor, the right-footed kicker, will tee it up. Raul Preston, the former Pro Bowler at Green Bay, standing at his own 1, deep to return for the Enforcers. Again, you must return every kick out of the end zone, and Preston will bring this out 1 yard deep, up to the 10, to the 15, turns the corner to the 18, and he's brought down at the 19, where we'll see the Enforcers again on offense. 1st and 10, and their first shot with the football was ugly.
Well, you can see where when you don't have, pre-games like they do in the NFL, that your offense is going to be behind. You saw where the same thing with the Orlando Rage. Their offense had trouble.
And you saw why the Orlando Rage, a lot of people like them to win it. They got an experienced quarterback, and Brom already went up top to Swain for a TD. Lone back will be Avery, and Avery now right side with the hole. Will get about 3 to the 23, and that's it.
Nowhere to go. That defense played that cutback and took it away from them.
Again, in the background, you will hear the sound of the quarterback calling the play. 4 players are mic'd on each side of the football in the XFL.
C78, first down, right?
Ready, break.
Oh, I feel like I'm in the huddle.
Otis, I told you where to go. Go deep, Otis. We need 6. 2nd down and 7 for the Enforcers. 2 wideouts top side. Lester, play action, rolls right side. Has time to throw. Throws on the run. The pass is going to be incomplete. We got another flag down at the 34.
Might be over the line of scrimmage or something.
Maybe defensive holding in the secondary for the Rage.
Holding on the defense.
They will be holding on the defense, and that will give them a first down. Again, this is real football, folks.
5 yards previous spot.
You hear the officials also being mic'd. Let's go downstairs to Sweet Luke Canellis.
All right, Billy, we're sitting alongside Ray Austin, one of the leaders in the defensive backfield. What happened on the touchdown pass, Ray?
That was completely my fault. I was being a little too aggressive, and I let my team down on that one. It was a big play by them. Good catch. Just got to be more sound.
All right, thanks, Ray. Back upstairs.
Well, that man in motion is something these football players are going to have to get used to. Unless you played Arena League or Canadian football, you're not used to a guy having a head start on. He'll be 1st and 10 for the Enforcers from the 29. Pitch right side to Avery. Avery with some blockers in a hole to the 35. Cuts outside the 35 and spins close to an Enforcers first down up at the 38.
Well, he made that happen all by himself. He just saw that hole, and he just exploded right through there.
Boy, the right side, Ramirez, LaBelle, and Janis came up and just opened up a hole for Avery, and you see why they compare him to Marshall Faulk in terms of style.
I think he's faster. He reminds me of more like a Terry Metcalf, one of them guys that's explosive. Just get up in there and find that hole and go.
Otis going old school with Terry Metcalf.
Old school.
He'll be 2nd and 2 for your Chicago Enforcers with the football down 6-0 from their own 38. Left side, it's Avery, and Avery will be close to a first down. I think he's going to be about a half yard short.
That was good coverage by that defense. They came behind and caught him from behind.
The Rage D will bring you 4 guys up front, and also their backers are very active. Roberson, Purvis, Huff, and Duff. And my God, I wonder about the marketing people in Orlando. Huff and Duff on your defensive line. And Patrice Alexander is speedy at 6'1", 250. And also Cummings and Burgess and good cover guys in the secondary for the Rage with Bell, Brown, Gilliard, and Fisher. Big play here, though. Well, they're going to give them yardage now for the first down. Nice spot by the officials. Enforcers on the move at their own 39. Avery up the gut, and he's just crushed. That's a no-gainer. He might have lost one.
That's what you call a jailbreak right there.
The one concern Ron Meyer had establishing the run, you talked about that defense for the Rage. If there's experience in a place they're solid, it's that front seven. 7:57 and counting to go in quarter number one. Orlando on top of Chicago 6-0 on a Braum to Swain TD pass of 50 yards. Enforcers looking at a 2nd and 10 here from the 40. Pitch right side to Avery. Avery now will give it on the reverse, and there is room to run. Coming back the other way with blockers. This is going to be a huge play for Aaron Bailey, and Bailey is knocked out at the 20 of Orlando.
That whole defense was fooled right there. You went straight up. I mean, it almost fooled the cameraman.
It fooled me.
That whole,
I'm going, my God, Avery's buried for one. Wait a minute, here comes number 83.
That's what,
Who the hell is number 83?
That reverse was well executed.
Folks, I just want to give you a little play-by-play Radio 101. When you hear me saying someone's going down the field, I'm looking to find out who the hell it is. 1st and 10, Enforcers at the Orlando 20. Lester, left side, handoff goes to LaShawn Johnson. Wow, he had some room, but he's tripped up. Back at the 19. And now we're going to get a late flag and some pushing and shoving. And I think Christopher Perez just did a great flop job right in front of the officials. The guy just nudged him a little, and he flopped. I think the penalty will be marked off against Orlando.
I think he did a little more than just flop. He knocked him down.
Let's check in with the officiating crew, who's also Mike's. Well, there is no penalty on the flag. Well, you know what? Even the officials can screw up. It was kind of ugly to start, and their mic doesn't work this time around. Hey, it's the first game, but we're having fun on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Bill Simonson with Otis Wilson and Luke Canellis on the sidelines. 40,000 at the Citrus Bowl. 7:05 and counting to go in quarter number one. Chicago down 6-0, but they're on the move. 2nd and 11 from the Orlando 21. Lester, play action, rolls right side, dumps it right side to Tate. Tate breaks a block and a tackle and gets maybe about 3 down to the 17.
That was a great play action, and to get the ball to the tight end. But again, the defense is playing well. We won't take nothing from their defense. They're playing some good football right now.
Check that. That was Ty G. Armstrong, the tight end, on the reception. He's going to be a favorite target of Timmy Lester.
First down, ready?
Lester, he sounds a little tired there. He's been bootlegging a lot. I love that mic on the quarterback. 3rd down and 7 for Chicago from the Orlando 18. Lester, a deep drop. Looks over the middle, has a man open. The pass is going to be almost picked off. Wow. Enforcers got a break right there. Lester was put on his ass, and the pass was incomplete and almost intercepted.
Well, I tell you, that Enforcers offensive line, they're gonna have to come together, because it's like a jailbreak here.
They are just getting whipped.
Whipped man to man. They just getting beat right now.
And Ron Meyer told Lou before the start, we have to establish a run. Now, Andy Crossland is a pretty damn good kicker out of Miami of Florida. Was cut by the Vikings in training camp. But when you have Gary Anderson, why'd you ever go up to Minneapolis and try and make the team? This will be a 35-yarder. The ball is down. The kick is up. And it's gonna be good. Count it, baby. 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. The Enforcers are on the board as they trail Orlando 6-3, but we do have a flag. And now we got a punch being thrown. Remember, these teams hated each other when they were scrimmaging, and they've been down here for a month. You know what? These officials and these flags are killing all the drama of this broadcast.
Exactly. They are just slowing it down.
Let's see what the call is. Officials are meeting, and this is kind of cool. We get the mic of the officials.
Field goal will be good.
All right. Okay, guys. Yeah, field goal will be good. That'll be good. Okay.
What's the number?
75.
All right, tell us what's going on there, Zebra, would you please?
After the play, unnecessary roughness, 75, defense. The field goal was good.
Cheap shot artist.
For 15 yards on the kickoff.
Timeout on the field. 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. We got a good one in Orlando. The Enforcers trailing the Rage 6-3. This is XFL football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. We're inside the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. 40,000 people. A historic Saturday night of XFL football. The first game ever, and now the first points ever for your Chicago Enforcers, scored on that 35-yard field goal by Andy Crossland out of Miami. Now Crossland, a left-footed kicker, will tee it up at the 45. Remember, in the XFL, you must return all the kickoffs. Standing deep at his own one is Skinny Culver.
Get off the white, man. Get off the white.
I think you hear Skinny Culver telling everybody, get out of the way.
Yes, indeed.
Crossland
that pain in the head.
now waiting for the TV timeout, and also deep to return is Stephen Fisher. He's standing at his own two, and also back there Skinny Culver and Tony Gator. So they got some speed, some wheels, and Orlando's only score, a 50-yard TD pass by Jeff Brom, and he was a guy. I told everybody, if Brom goes off on the Enforcers, it's going to be tough to beat these guys in Florida.
But, you know, he had a whole lot of time to throw that football, too. Don't give that offensive line some credit, too, now.
Crossland is set to go. 11 guys are ready to hit a Rage player up the middle. It's Fisher with blockers to the 20, out to the 25, breaks a tackle to the 25, spins across the 30, almost had the football stripped, and we'll see that Orlando offense once again, 1st and 10 at their own 30. But right now, let's meet the Enforcers defense. Well, Aaron Humphrey will tell us about the Enforcers D coming up in a moment. Right now, the Rage offense, Diallo Burke, Skinny Culver, Kevin Swain, who caught the touchdown pass, Mario Bailey, Lawrence Hart, Jeremy Akers, Sean Love, Cal Dixon, Jason Gamble, and Dan Collins up front. Jeff Brom is the NFL QB along with Derek Clark in the backfield. Man in motion right side is Mario Bailey, and the handoff left side will go to Clark, and Clark will get about 5, close to 6.
Well, right
now we're getting sounds of the coaches sending in the plays to the quarterbacks. I feel like I'm on an Apollo mission or something here.
You're getting direction from everywhere, I'll tell you.
Well, the crowd is getting into it. They are fired up. The cheerleaders go in the stands during timeouts. Can't wait for that opener in Chicago. 2nd down and 5. Brom short drop, looking right, throws right, has a man open. The pass is going to be intercepted by the Enforcers. Coming back the other way is Corey Ivy. Ivy with blockers returns it to the 34 of the Rage.
And that's the true mark of a champion, where you step back, you come in, you make a mistake, but you come back and intercept and almost take it in the end zone.
One thing I felt, this defense was ready to step up tonight. Corey Ivy again. He intercepted the single PAT try, and now interception number 2.
Got scored on, now he came back in revenge.
Here's Timmy Lester out of Wheaton in Western Michigan. He's ready to get the offense going. The Enforcers trail the Rage 6-3. 5:13 to go in the opening quarter. Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, and Lou Canellis on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. From the 33, left side it's Avery. Avery bounces off a tackle, has blockers at the 30. Avery turns the corner to the 20, to the 15, and he's knocked out, and we got a late flag.
Man, did you see that move he put on that guy? He left his sneakers at the 30-yard line.
There may be a late hit unless there was a hold.
Late hit out of bounds.
They're going to mark him out the 19. Yes, someone hit him down at the 12. Let's go listen in to the officiating crew and see what the Zebras are going to tell us.
Unnecessary roughness. Late hit out of bounds. 51.
Hey, buddy, keep your cheap shots for the playground. This is the XFL.
Exactamundo.
That's going to move the ball inside the 10. It will be 1st and goal for the Enforcers are down 6-3, but Timmy Lester had a gut check on the sidelines. The Enforcers got the jitters out. We got the jitters out. Let's play some football in Orlando. 3 wideouts in the pattern. Man in motion, near side for Lester. Left side handoff goes to Avery, and Avery will get 4 to the 6.
He ran that football up in there hard.
That left side of the offensive line, Murphy and Perez just blowing open a hole. Now the jumbo package comes in, and Ron Meyer told me early on he likes this set because they just knock people 5 yards off the ball. Timmy Lester now in the huddle. Well, my guess is they're going right side. Let's see. High formation for the Enforcers. 2nd and goal for the Orlando 6. Right side, it's LaShawn Johnson. Johnson with the hole, carries tacklers inside the 5, and he's brought down at the 3.
Man went wide and came back in and cut it up.
Under 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Orlando leading Chicago 6-3. Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, and Luke Canellis here at the Citrus Bowl. Don't forget at 8:30, you can listen to the game on AM 930 in Chicago and also ESPNRadio1000.com because we have to leave the airwaves here for Bulls basketball. 3rd and goal for the Enforcers, looking for their first touchdown in franchise history. Play action. Lester rolls right side. Lester's going to keep it. Count it, baby. That's a touchdown, Chicago.
He faked me out on that play like he did you the last time. I thought the ball was up inside.
That is 6 for Timmy Lester, and what a road from Wheaton, Illinois to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and Western Michigan. He was a stud in the MAC, and now he's back in the XFL.
Well, you know, the key to that whole thing was the interception. Got the ball in their side of the ball, the ball field, took it on in. When you're down in that red zone, you got to score.
9-6, Chicago on top of Orlando, and the clock's messed up again. Now it says 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout in a moment. I'm going to walk down the hallway, and I'm going to kick some clock keeper's ass.
This is the longest first quarter, I should say.
They're going for the single point. You can't kick it. Option left side. The pitch will go to LaShawn Johnson. Get in there, LaShawn! That's a single PAT, and it's good, and LaShawn just chucks a football into the stands. Here you go, Orlando. Feast on this. 10-6. Chicago on top of the rage. Who knows how much time's left in the first quarter. We're back to Orlando after this timeout on XFL Enforcers football on ESPN Radio 1000. Crossan will kick it away for the Enforcers. They're on top of Orlando 10-6. Shea will return it from the 15 for the Rage. He's up to the 28, and he's just jacked. There's Donald McCall coming up and saying, "How do you do, Mr. Shea?"
Oh, how do you like me now?
Little Kumo D in the house. You're old school.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It is the Wild Wild West. Again, the XFL is on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000, and we are hyped.
14-1, ready?
There's Jeff Brown in the huddle. He's called the play. Let's see what's up here. 1st and 10 for the Rage in the home red unis, white helmets, and the blue and gold pants from their own 27. Clark will be the lone back. 3 wideouts now in the set, a 5-man front. Up the middle, it's going to be Clark, and Clark is going to be brought down after a 4-yard gain. A good open field tackle. Coming up, it was Casey Daly who stepped in to the starting position tonight.
Zip one trade, 19 toss on one. Ready?
Jeff Brown in the Orlando huddle.
Sounds like a running play.
We're under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter, we hope. 10-6, Chicago on top of the Rage. 5-man front. There goes a guy in motion left side. 3 wide receivers for Braun. Quick pitch left side to Clark. Clark's in trouble. He has nothing, and he's jacked after 2 yards up to the 36.
That was a good defensive recovery right there, because I thought he had the sideline.
Derek Clark is 6'1", 235 pounds for the Rage, and running isn't their specialty. Galen Hall is a head coach for Orlando, and he's all about a wide-open offense, and people remember Galen Hall at Florida, the offensive coordinator for Barry Switzer at Oklahoma, so he likes to move it up and down the field, but I think they're a little shocked right now by this comeback by Chicago. Left side it's Clark again, and Clark will get enough yardage for the first down as he gets across the 39 out to the 40. Now the clock says under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Well, we're not going to pay attention to that clock.
We're not paying attention to any clock. Adam Delavitt, producer extraordinaire, will just tell us, you know what, that's enough time for the first quarter. I think it's over. 10-6, Chicago on top of Orlando. And we'll meet the Enforcers defense here momentarily, courtesy of our good friend Aaron Humphrey, defensive end out of the University of Texas. Brom now looking at that five-man front. Tight coverage by the Enforcers deep. Deep drop. Brom over the middle, has a man open. Pass is going to be caught for about a 3-yard gain, maybe 4, up to the 44, and they just love that motion, and that was Diallo Burks. Downstairs we go to Sweet Lou Canellis.
Timmy, how much did the reverse Taron Bailey help open up the offense?
Oh, it just took all the pressure off. You know, you're waiting for that first real positive play. That happened. It didn't even happen right. It was kind of a busted play, but it turned our whole momentum around. Hopefully we can keep it going.
You guys have had a tough time throwing the ball, haven't you?
Well, we haven't really tried much. You've been running the ball because that's our basics. That's our offense. So if we have to throw, we're not doing our job running the ball. So we're going to keep running it until we have to throw it.
Back to you, Bill.
On 2nd and 6, Jeff Brom wanted to throw deep, but great coverage in the secondary, and he scrambles close to a first down. One official is marking him at the 50. The other has him at the 49, and they're going to give him the 50, and that will be an Orlando first down.
I thought that was good pressure up the middle, and he just found that seam and ran it for the first down. So they might have to put a little spy back there to keep him from running that football.
Casey Daly, Dan Sosa, Larry Fitzpatrick, Kevin McCullough, Matt Finks, Jamie Baisley, Aaron Humphrey, Bray, Cooks, Austin, and Coleman make up the Enforcers deep. Draw play up the gut on the handoff. It's Michael Black, and Black will dance for some pretty good yardage, close to another first down at the 40, and we got zeros on the scoreboard here. Wow, what a start to this XFL season, and also to the start of the XFL Football League. Chicago on top of Orlando, 10-6, the second 15 minutes. They're up next. This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. We are set to begin quarter number 2 at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Orlando with the football, 2nd and 1 at the Chicago 40, and they'll get the first down over the right side as the push takes them to the Enforcers' 36-yard line. 10-6, Chicago on top of the Rage. One note, this broadcast is owned and operated by the XFL and ESPN Radio 1000. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use without the prior permission of the XFL or ESPN Radio 1000 is prohibited. Brom now, short drop, looks left, throws left, pass is going to be caught at the 30. Good move, bouncing to the right side is Bailey. Bailey inside the 25, and he's brought down at the 23, and that will be another Rage first down.
A little poor tackling there, too. I tell you about that Enforcer defense. They got to tighten it up a little bit.
We mentioned Casey Daly getting a start. Sosa, Fitzpatrick, McCullough, Finks, Baisley, also Aaron Humphrey, Jason Bray, Kerry Cooks, Ray Austin, who had some time with the Bears, and Quincy Coleman, who may be the best athlete in the team outside of John Avery. He'll be 1st and 10 for the Rage. Man in motion, right side. Handoff will go to Black. Black with a hole inside the 20 and pushes his way to the 19 for a pickup of 4 on first down.
So right now, the Orlando Rage offensive line has the momentum right now. You just see they're pushing the Enforcers defensive line back. I mean, they're running that wheel now. They got to find something to get that momentum back, an interception or whatever it takes to get it back.
We are early out in quarter number 2. Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, and Lou Canellis. Don't forget, Lou and myself, our daily talk show, The Huge Show, Monday through Friday, 3 until 6 here on ESPN Radio 1000. 2nd and 6. Man in motion, left side. Braun back to throw. Has a lot of time. Throws over the middle. The pass is going to be caught. He'll be short of a first down at the 16-yard line. Braun hooking up there with one of his tight ends on the play, Terrence Houston.
And that's what the Enforcers need to do. They need to make plays like that to get that defense fired up a little bit, because that was an excellent stop.
Under 13 minutes to go in the first half. Sweet Lou will be talking with Ron Meyer coming up at halftime. Also, Connie Kowal, GM of the Chicago Enforcers, here in attendance, will sit down and talk with Lewis. Third down, long two, big play for the Chicago D here. Play action. Brom rolls right side, has a man wide open. Houston breaks the tackle inside the 10, and he's dropped at the Enforcer 4.
The play action is hurting the defense right now. They have to get somebody out there to roll with that flow. Because you see how he's going one way and coming back the other way, and that tight end is coming across, or a wide receiver. The defense got to change up a little bit. They're just being real vanilla right now.
Misdirection, and we look back at the reverse to Bailey, which really set up Chicago to give them that 10-6 lead, and now the misdirection here. You remember, Ron Meyer said we're going to come after the quarterback a lot, and Brom is experienced. First and goal for the Rage. 9-man front for Chicago. Left side handoff goes to Clark, and Clark powers his way close to the goal line. He got in. That's a touchdown, Orlando. They just set up and went to that offensive line on this drive. They went away from throwing the bomb. Brom just gave it. That offensive
line is controlling the line of scrimmage. The defensive line got to dictate what's going to happen right now. They're not doing it. They got to step up.
Here comes a single try. Again, you cannot kick the extra point in the XFL. Man in motion will slide near side. Brom, inside handoff to Clark. He stood up. He won't get it. That's big. 12-10. Orlando on top of Chicago. We're midway through quarter number 2. This is XFL Enforcers football on ESPN Radio 1000. Now you hear the players being mic'd.
Oh, yeah.
That's something
kind of vocal. I remember days like that.
They're talking to each other. 4 players are mic'd on each side of the field. And also you just heard the transmission from, I guess, the press box to the coaches, to the quarterback. We got the Enforcers coaches right next to us. Coach Lombardi. You got to love a football team that has 2 Lombardis calling the plays defensively. Third down and 2. Right side to Avery with the hole. And he steps out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
And he got the first down.
Close to the 40. That guy can fly.
You know, the great thing about Avery, he's always moving forward. He's always going forward.
You know, those coaches talking to each other, I keep waiting for a plane to land or something. I feel like I'm listening to my headset on the airline.
Off, half back.
We're nearing the 10-minute mark in quarter number 2. The Orlando Rage on top of the Chicago Enforcers 12-10 here on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. We're hanging out with 40,000 football fans at the Citrus Bowl. First and 10. Delayed handoff goes to Avery. Wow, he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he'll fight his way for a pickup of 3 up to the 43.
Nowhere to go there. I mean, it was just, I would say, a massive collapse. Get on my back. Back up, y'all. Be right.
At halftime, Sweet Lou will talk with Connie Kowal, the Enforcers GM. Their home opener coming up on February 24th. Don't forget, tickets available at 1-866-XFL Game. That is 1-866-XFL Game. 3 games on the road, then the home opener at Soldier Field. Second and 8. 3 wideouts for Timmy. Timmy back to throw. Pump fake. Has a man open, and the pass is going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, did you see that?
Wow. Aaron Bailey was wide open at the Orlando 20. He could have crawled into the end zone, but there is a flag, and maybe we'll get a hold. Now, there's no illegal chucking. You can do that down the field, but there is a flag at the 40.
He grabbed him, but how could you be any wide open than that?
What a good pump fake by Lester.
You and I could have got in the end zone.
Let's go to the Zebras and find out what's going on here. And so I guess holding. Boy, Bailey, what a play by Tim Lester, the QB. The out, the fake, the up, and Bailey was too wide open, and he was a man in motion. What we're seeing here in this new rule in the XFL is that the man in motion, he can go forward to the line of scrimmage, and you get a head start on the DB. First down handoff goes to LaShawn Johnson. LaShawn will break a tackle, and there's a trademark of LaShawn Johnson, just the legs turning.
Good ride. That's all. Where did hit the foul, Nick? Step what? Step two.
That'll be a pickup up 2 on the play. Bringing up second.
Church.
And 11 they got on the scoreboard. I don't know if that's right, but it will be second 11. Trips now on the right side. Home back will be Avery for Timmy Lester. 4-man front. No rush. Lester has a lot of time. Now he'll step up and run, and he's tripped up at the 48. It looked like he was going to get a lot more yardage.
He had a lot of daylight and got caught him by a hand.
You got to give me a chance, though, baby. You got to give me a chance, dog. When you get behind the run the swing screen. Real right. Firm. 975 swing. Now one. Ready?
God, I love hearing that play call.
975 swing. That's got to be a pass.
He got it. Let's see what's up here. Third down and 9 for Chicago, and now Timmy Lester is going to take a timeout. Some confusion on the play call. 8:09 to go in the first half. 12-10 Orlando on top of the Enforcers. This is XFL Enforcers football on ESPN Radio 1000. 8:09 to go in the second quarter here at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Bill Simonson, former Bear Otis Wilson, Luke Canellis on the sidelines. The Enforcers trailing the Rage 12-10. Looking at a third down and 9 coming up with the football at their own 49. And we got word from the Enforcer coaches, watch this play. Could be something tricky. 2 wide receivers top side, 1 near side. Avery's a lone back for Timmy Lester. Under center. Avery now in motion. This could be a bomb to Avery. He's off and running. Lester in trouble. Scrambles left side. Throws back across the middle. The pass is going to be incomplete.
That was a heck of a play by the defensive player because he threw it in a spot where only the wide receiver can catch it.
Raul Preston was open down at the 30, but you see Avery walking slowly. That was the play. Sent Avery as a man of motion. Let him get a jump on the defense, but the pressure flushed Lester out of the pocket. He's forced to throw it in the coverage, and now Crossland will come in and punt it away for Chicago. He'll stand at his own 36. Deep to return, Skinny Culver with his feet parked at his own 10. Good snap, no rush. Good kick by Crossland. Angles it towards the far corner. Culver now at the 9. He's in trouble. He's backed up at the 5, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 6. Great punt coverage by Chicago.
Looked like he tried to run into the locker room. He went backwards on that play.
See what the defense can do here. 7:37 to go in the first half. Don't forget at 8:30, you can listen to the Enforcers and the Rage at ESPNRadio1000.com. Also at AM 930. We'll be leaving the airways at ESPN Radio 1000 for Chicago Bulls basketball. So again on the internet, ESPNRadio1000.com, and also in Chicago, AM 930. Orlando with the football and a 2-point lead from their own 6. Right side it's Black. Black with a hole across the 10. Fights his way up close to the 15 and close to a Rage first down.
Well, you see what the problem is, and I see it very clear right now. They're not getting the backside containment. They're pushing it. They're making a surge to the left, and all the back is doing is coming backwards. Somebody got to get to that back door and close it.
X014 on 1. Ready?
Again, what you hear with our sound in the XFL and the innovation, the play call from the coaches to the quarterback, Jeff Brom. Black is alone back, and now a man in motion left side. Black with the hole will get a first down up to his own 19-yard line.
He's fucking holding me hard there.
It sounds like air traffic control.
Okay.
Well, you have the coaches and the plays to the quarterback, then the quarterback relays it to the huddle, and Jeff Brom.
X015 on 1. Ready?
He is a former NFL quarterback in camp and actually on the Cleveland Browns roster at the end of the 2000 season. He'll start the man in motion near side. Black up the middle. Stutter steps. We'll get across at 20, up to the 24-yard line. He'll pick up another 5 yards, and this is reminiscent of the last Orlando drop. Known to be a passing team, at least early on the long TD from Brown to Swain, but they went to the ground, and that's why they lead 12-10.
And not only that, they're controlling the line of scrimmage. If you can do that, why change it? They're controlling the ball. The Enforcers defense got to step up.
You know, early on, Otis, I'm seeing real football here. And it's pretty good football the last 10 minutes or so. Brown now will give it off to Black. Black has blockers across the 25, out close to the 30. And I think he'll have enough yardage to move the sticks and another Orlando first down.
Dominating and controlling the line of scrimmage. That's what they're doing. It's simple.
Couple of notes for all the football fans out there. Why not get a group together to see an upcoming Enforcers game at Soldier Field? Groups of 15 or more are eligible for discounted tickets to any of 5 home games. Plus, group leaders will receive an Enforcers gift. Call 1-866-XFL-GAME for more information. 1-866-XFL-GAME. First and 10 from the 30. Shea, the running back out of Emporia State in Kansas, one of the all-time leading rushers in NCAA history, will get 5 on first down, and that's what Orlando is doing. 5 on first down. 5 on first down.
But I'm noticing something here. They're not getting the defensive signals in to the defense on time. That play right there, he just called something other than what they were supposed to be called.
You have to remember these players basically have been together for 4 weeks. That is it. Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 12-10, Orlando on top of the Enforcers with the football. 2nd and 5 from their own 35. Man wide open. Brom's going to get the completion to Lawrence Hart, and Hart will have big yardage inside Enforcers territory to the Chicago 39.
The Enforcers defense, look at them. They're tired right now. They are tired. They're holding their head. They have their hands on their waist. The offense of Orlando Rage are wearing them down right now.
You have to remember, Orlando, the last time they had the football, they stuck it in the end zone, and they did it on the ground.
The offense has got to help that defense, keep them off the field and move that ball.
First and 10, Orlando on the move with a 12-10 lead over Chicago with that red and black football at the Enforcers 39. Pitch left side to Shea. Shea will stutter step and break a tackle inside the 36, and his knee will touch the turf here at the Citrus Bowl at about the 35, maybe the 34, so there it is again. 5 yards on first down, and it's tough to play defense when on 2nd and 5, you got an NFL quarterback in Brom, and you don't know if he's going to give it to Shea or throw it long.
But, you know, I'm looking at my defense right now, and they got their hands on their hips, and they're not being aggressive.
2nd and 5 for Orlando. Man in motion, moving the line of scrimmage, will be on the left side. Brom, deep drop. Has a lot of time, folks. Here comes the pressure. He throws on the run. Man wide open at the 10, to the 5. Breaks a tackle and knocked out at the 1. That is Mario Bailey. He's out of Washington. He's a big-time player, and Brom just had too much time to throw.
You can't put your defensive backs in that kind of position. You as a defensive lineman have to take a challenge and get off the ball and put some pressure on that quarterback. They're not doing it.
Mario Bailey was a guy the Chicago Enforcers defensive coaching staff talked about stopping. He is big time, and Brom now has a play call in the huddle for the Rage. The red home jerseys, white pants, blue and gold trim. And now we're going to get a timeout. The Enforcers are out of sync there. They'll take a timeout. We'll take one too. 12-10. Orlando on top of Chicago. This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Late second quarter action here on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Orlando deep inside Chicago Enforcers territory with the football at the Chicago 2 with the lead, 12-10, and the defense confused, took a timeout before the last play. We're going to need to stand here. They're just running out of gas. They've been on the field this entire second quarter.
Well, you can see it, how much time that quarterback has to throw the football. The defensive line, I mean, number one, that was a well-deserved rest that they're getting right now, but they have to get off that football, even if they have to interchange guys. Move them out. Move one guy in. You got to have fresh bodies because the offense is coming off the field. The defense is out there totally too long. You saw that guy was wide open for about 30 minutes, it seemed like?
Don't forget, in 10 minutes, you can listen to the game on AM 930 in Chicago and also on our website at ESPNRadio1000.com because of Bulls basketball. 10-man front for the Enforcers. First and goal, Orlando from the Chicago 2. Left side, handoff, goes to Clark, and he stood up, and he may have even lost one. Back to the 3.
He definitely lost yardage. I mean, you have some penetration there, and that's what they need.
That was Baisley just coming in. Nice stick out of Indiana, Pennsylvania, and a kid, a linebacker, not a kid now, a grown man who grew up in Chicago. The linebackers are feisty. The key was going to be that defensive line and how they would match up. Second and goal. Clark is hit.
Did you see that?
He loses another yard. Back to the 3. That was Aaron Humphrey.
Man.
He was doing the Humpy hump.
Remind me of old Singletary days. You know, Mike Eyes got that wide. He just plugged that hole. They're going back. That's what that defense needs to do.
12-10. Orlando on top, and the Enforcers defense here making a statement. I think that timeout, they got their wind back. They go over, and Humphrey won't let them quit. Third and goal. Back to the 3 now in Chicago. Brown with 2 wide receivers. Look for him to throw here. 6-man front. Here comes a blitz. He throws left side, has a man open. That's going to be 6. That is a touchdown. Diallo Burks for Orlando.
That is the letdown right there. When your defense come in there and have 3 great stops like that, and you just let them toss the ball over there, that got to take the wind out of your sail a little bit.
Brown's second touchdown pass of the night here in Orlando. It's 18-10. Rage over the Enforcers pending the extra point try. And again, in the XFL, you can't kick it. You have to pass or run it from the 2.
14.
And now the officials stop it for a moment. And again, the crowd mics and the player mics are very interesting in what we pick up.
Everybody's expressing themselves.
What's he want? Fake reverse? He won 14.
This is great.
Did you hear Jeff Brown question the play call, and you heard him say he wants a 14? Fake reverse from the 2?
He said a Zen with a fake reverse.
Zen 14 and fake reverse.
Okay.
Now Brown just made his way over to the Orlando sidelines, and Galen Hall, the head coach. So we got the 2-minute warning coming up after this single point try. I'm really digging the mics on the players on the field.
You got to love it. This actually put fans, people that really don't know what's going on, put you inside that huddle so you understand.
You know, it'd be interesting if we put microphones in the cars of people listening right now and they really talked about how bad we are, Otis.
That's okay, but we're having fun, though. I'm having fun.
I mean, for the first night in XFL history, it is way beyond my expectations. Downstairs, once again, let's go to Sweet Lou Canellis.
You've been talking about Jeff Brown, Bill, and how he has NFL experience, 6 years in the league, a couple of years behind Steve Young in San Francisco, actually started the 2000 campaign on the Cleveland Browns roster. Spoke to head coach Ron Meyer before the game. One of his biggest concerns, Jeff Brown, he said, Lou, if I had the first pick in the draft, the guy I would have selected, Jeff Brown. I think he's the best player in this league, and sure enough, he's shown us tonight with the way he's controlled the offense. I think that Orlando's done a terrific job in the first half, opening up the running game thanks to his play-action pass.
Sweet Lou also at halftime will sit down with Enforcers GM Connie Kowal. Look ahead to their home opener on February 24th at Soldier Field. Again, tickets are available for that at 1-866-XFL game. Great sideline. Season tickets are still available for all 5 Chicago Enforcers home games at Soldier Field. Sideline season tickets are available for only $125. Become an Enforcer season ticket holder today. 1-866-XFL game. Sorry, Jeff, I didn't mean to interrupt you on the play call. 1-866-XFL game. We're waiting for the single PAT try. The huge Jumbotron in the end zone. The Orlando players are looking right at it. The Chicago Enforcers defense with their backs up against the wall, literally, and their backs up against the Jumbotron, literally, here at this point. Single PAT would make it 19-10.
Hit it. Then 0.
They need a stop here out of the defense. After back-to-back losses, they're inside their own 5. Couldn't stop Brom to the end zone. Single point try from their own 2. Wideouts top side and near side. Man slides in motion. They're going to run the fake reverse, and they run up the gut to Clark. He's not going to get it. Stop short. Wow.
That was a good defensive surge right there. They stepped up, and they stopped them where they had to. Now the offense got to help this defense out.
18-10 Orlando on top of the Enforcers. This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Brom with the play call in the Orlando huddle. This Enforcers defense has been on the field this entire second quarter. Orlando with the football, 18-10 lead from the Enforcers 30. Brom back to throw, a lot of time, looking long, steps up in the pocket, throws on the run, has a man wide open, had the 20 and overshot him. That was Derek Clark out of the backfield, and he could have walked into the end zone.
And you just said it earlier, that offensive line is controlling this game right here. He had all day to throw the ball.
Enforcers defense is going to have to suck it up. Sosa up front, Casey Daly, Aaron Humphrey, Fitzpatrick, McCullough, Finks, Paisley, Bray, Cooks, Austin, and Coleman. They need a stop here, down 18-10 in the second. Don't forget, we'll be going to AM 930 in Chicago and ESPNRadio1000.com because of Bulls basketball in a moment. Brom deep drop. Here comes a blitz. He wants to set up the screen. It's going to be incomplete. Great coverage.
That was an excellent coverage right there. The running back can't complain about that. He was all over him like a cheap.
Here's Jamie Baisley out of Indiana, Pennsylvania. Backer that's had some NFL experience. Came up and said, I don't think you're going anywhere.
Exactly Monday.
They need a stop here. 3rd and 10 coming up for Orlando.
Here we go.
From the Enforcers 30. Again, the clock is malfunctioning here at the Citrus Bowl. I don't know if it's Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, but I'll keep you up to date. 3rd and 10. Brom now 3 wideouts. Clark will be the lone back. Here comes a blitz. Brom is flushed out of the pocket. Throws on the run. The pass is going to be incomplete. There's Baisley again. Good call upstairs by the Lombardi brothers. Father, son, brothers, whatever. Way to get him after him.
Well, you see what he's doing is actually now that he see the defensive linemen are not doing it, he's sending his linebackers. He's got to get some kind of pressure.
4th and 10. Will they go for it here or kick what would be about a 47-yard field goal? I think they're bringing Taylor out. They're going to try 3. That would be big because that's 7 and 3, and it gives you 11-point lead. Why not try it?
Man, how'd you figure that out?
Math is one of my strong suits, Otis.
Great.
7 plus 3 is 10. Throw another number out at me. 6 and 3 is 9. Now only if the clock operator could understand numbers. It was a 2-minute warning earlier, and now it's 4:28 on the clock. I would recommend, if you have trouble with numbers, don't be a clock operator at a heralded football stadium like the Citrus Bowl. Oh, now we get word from Son of a Mitch, who's our on-site producer, along with Adam Delavitt. We got J-Rob back in Chicago, Slick Nick Pino, and also Andy, the engineer. Sweet Lou's down on the sidelines. I can tell when he's hanging around chicks because we never hear from him.
Now, you know what? I do have a couple of things for you. There are 2 scoreboards inside the Citrus Bowl, Bill. The one that you can see to your right says 4:28, 18-10. The one in the other end zone says 28-10. Orlando leads with 1:28 left.
Here's Taylor to try what would be a 47-yard three-pointer for Orlando. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it's gonna be good. Wow. 3 points for Orlando.
They
lead 21-10.
kept him out of the end zone. They gave him 3. They didn't give him 7. That's some calculation, but
it's still big where you can't go for 2. It's an 11-point lead, so you're basically 2 touchdowns behind.
Exactly. So the offense got to give him some help.
Lou Canellis at halftime. We'll talk with Enforcer GM Connie Kowal. Their opener, February 24th at Soldier Field. Tickets do remain. 1-866 XFL game. And again, don't forget in a moment, we're going to AM 930 and also ESPNRadio1000.com. 21-10. The Orlando Rage.
The tight end is wide open down the middle.
On top of Chicago. And again, right there, the sound, I think, of Brom talking about the last play.
They see some things that they can probably come back the next series and approach. I mean, he said he see the tight end straight down the seam, wide open.
I kind of like this. We got quarterbacks and coaches talking. It's kind of like a little football party on the radio.
There you go.
Raul Preston, this guy could get it done. When he was up at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, he'll stand at his own 2. The Enforcers in the purple, black and white. The white road jerseys, purple and black helmets, and also the purple and black pants. The red, white, and blue are the Orlando Rage, and Taylor just hit the field goal. Will kick it off. Squib kick, and will roll around at about the 15. Preston now will take it up to the 20. Preston to the 25, bounces off a tackle, and Preston will take it to the 27-yard line, where the Enforcers will be on offense, down 11, as we near halftime in Orlando. I've been pretty impressed. Outside of the first 5 minutes, and also the defense just getting worn down the last 10 minutes for Chicago for the first game, it doesn't look bad.
I agree with you so heartedly. It's good football. I mean, we have to have a, two-dimensional type of football team. The defense is not playing well. The offense hasn't been on the field. Orlando Rage is dominating.
And we got another flag they're going to mark off against Orlando. I guess the officials saw everybody throwing up confetti in their little yellow towels, and they thought they'd had to throw theirs all night long. Now we'll move the ball up to the 32. And again, we're under a minute to go. We got a little pool going up in the press box here. How much time remains in the first half? But I know the Enforcers have the football. Timmy Lester under center with 3 wideouts. Man in motion near side is Bailey. Deep drop. Timmy wants to set up the screen. Gets it to Avery. Avery shakes a couple of tackles at the 40. Breaks another tackle. Up to the 45. To the 50. 45, 40. 35, 30. Go. Apart the Green Sea because Big John is coming home.
Is that a heck of a run? Touchdown.
Enforcers. Whoa. Johnny Avery's a stud.
That is a great play. I could have sworn the defensive player like himself thought he had him. He spinned out. Went the distance for what, about 60, 70 yards?
That is the greatest play in Chicago Enforcers XFL history.
It's going to be hard to beat that one.
He's the greatest running back to ever put on an Enforcers uniform.
No doubt about it.
He's John Avery, a former first-round pick of the Dolphins. And he just went what? About 58? 68. Again, I'm not good with numbers. This clock has me all dyslexic.
60 yards.
Thanks a lot, Otis. You're the numbers guy. All I know is he's a badass. Let's go downstairs to Sweet Lou.
Well, we had him for a second, and then Dennis Gentry, his running backs coach, grabbed a hold of him, but we'll see if we can grab a word or two with Avery before halftime, Bill.
Thanks, Lou, and tell Dennis, the former Bear and a good friend of Otis, not to grab him next time.
I guess he wanted to congratulate him, huh?
You know how big that play is? You know the boost, and look how quiet all these bandwagon Orlando fans just got.
Huge.
I hate people who root for the hometown team.
They needed that to get back into the game.
All right, back down to Sweet Cheeks.
What happened, John, on the play? Nice. Hey. Oh, they want him back in there. We had him for a second. They're calling him in. They need him for the extra point try.
Lou, you go in and run the extra point. Let me talk to Avery, okay? Let Canellis go try the single PAT try.
Said Lou can't even corral this guy. He is so elusive.
God, yeah, he broke 2 tackles with Canellis.
Exactly.
The guy not only went 60, but then shook Canellis twice on the sidelines. Again, I want to welcome everybody aboard AM 930. You're listening to ESPN Radio 1000's broadcast of Chicago Enforcers football. 21-16, pending the single PAT try. Again, you can't kick it In the XFL, you have to go for it from the 2. Lester with Avery in the backfield. Lester will give it to Avery, and Avery is just rocked. He's not going to get in, but you know what? You're down 21-16. It's not that big of a deal. You score a touchdown, you're up 22-21.
But they put him back in the ball game. Although he didn't make that extra point, they are back in the ball game.
I think they learned their lesson. Don't pull him away from a Canellis interview because the guy's out of gas. All right, we got 51 seconds. Is that what we got now in the first half? I've been saying a minute left in the first half since 8 o'clock, Chicago time. Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson. Also, we have Sweet Lou Canellis down on the sidelines. He'll be going to a hot tub party with the Orlando Rage cheerleaders after this game at the Sheraton North in Orlando. We got a lot of people up here, Chicago fans. We just bring you into the booth. We don't care. Adam Delavitt, son of a Mitch, J-Rob, and Nick Pinto producing this broadcast and doing a great job back at the Hancock building, and also our fine engineering staff, courtesy of the Orlando Radio Network. I don't even know the guy's name, but he's a good guy.
He's a quiet guy, too.
Oh, we got an intern, too. He goes to a rich private school called Rollins, so he moved down here from, like, Cape Cod to meet a rich girl to take care of him for the rest of his life. So we'll call him the Gold Digger. Back downstairs to Lou Canellis.
All right, now we're alongside John Avery. Sorry about that. I didn't know you're doing everything out there. What opened things up on the screenplay for you, John?
We just got plenty of heart. Burrell Preston had a nasty block that helped spring me. But our offensive line did a good job of acting, make a few blocks. But it's about to get worse before it get better for them. Trust me.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, back upstairs, Billy.
Crossland's kick will be taken by Orlando, and that running back Shea at the 20s, up to the 25, out to the 30, across the 35, across the 40. And Shea is a great story. At Emporia State in Kansas, this guy used to hold the NCAA all-time rushing record, like over 6,000 yards.
Jesus, I didn't even know.
I don't have the exact number because I don't have the book in front of me, but he's a good guy.
No, for that many yards, he definitely has to be.
So Shea gives him great field position with 44 seconds left. We may start an XFL lottery on the air where you guess how much time is left. Look like Shea, and Shea will get maybe 3 up to the 45, and the clock continues to run. Again at halftime, Sweet Lou Canellis will sit down with Enforcers GM Connie Kowal and we'll talk about the Enforcers. What's amazing, a year ago to this day, this league was formed. And now you have 40,000 people, a 21-16 football game.
And a lot of action, don't forget that. 2nd
down and 7 from, just hand it off again, and I think this will be Black. Black will get about 2. Crowd, they don't like it. They're going to go to the locker room with a 21-16 lead over Chicago. But remember that screen pass from Lester to Avery. That is a huge play. Quieted the crowd and gave this team some momentum. Downstairs, once again, the Sweet Lou Canellis.
All right, we're waiting alongside here Ron Meyer, who's talking to one of his offensive line players as he walks off the football field. What a way to close the first half. Coach, how many times can you get the ball in Avery's hands? What did that play do for the attitude of this team?
Well, obviously gave us a great impetus. We're back into a one-touchdown game here, Lou. The thing is, you know, we got to play defense just like we did the last 2 snaps. Well, they're running the clock out. I understand that, but at least we got to, you know, our first down defense has just been atrocious. We got to shut them down. Then, you know, the opening play of the game, we had our head up our ass on that one.
Biggest concern, the defensive line. I heard Harvey Armstrong on the sidelines telling his defensive line to attack more.
Well, you know, obviously we're getting beat on the ball by their offensive line. Like I said, they're running the basic belly zone blocking play in there, and they're just muscling up and just pushing us off, getting way too much on first down.
Thanks, Coach. Back upstairs to you guys.
Forces head coach Ron Meyer, a class act, and also a guy who really cares about winning. We'll have a look at the halftime stats coming up in a moment. Also, Lou sits down with Connie Kowal, Enforcers GM. One note, this broadcast is owned and operated by the XFL and ESPN Radio 1000. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use without the prior permission of the XFL or ESPN Radio 1000 is prohibited. We're at halftime, 21-16. Orlando on top of Chicago. This is XFL Enforcers football on ESPN Radio 1000. Out to the 45-yard line where Orlando with the lead, 21-16 over Chicago. Will be out on offense first and 10. Diallo Burks, who has scored one TD, gets a start at the wide out. They go with the three-receiver set with Kevin Swain, who's also scored, and Mario Bailey, who had a big catch from the former NFL quarterback Jeff Brom. Derek Clark in the backfield with Shea. Also up front, Hart, Akers, Love, Dixon, Gamble, and Collins. We'll check the Enforcers D, courtesy of Aaron Humphrey, the starting defensive end, in a moment. Second half action is underway on ESPN Radio 1000. Pitch right side. Goes to Clark. Clark with a hole inside Enforcers territory across the 45. And he's knocked down at the Chicago 41.
Man, the offense picked up where they left off at. They dominated the line of scrimmage, wide run, poor tackling. They got to get in here and play some good, solid defense.
Again, you're hearing the sound of the coaches sending in the play to the quarterback. And now let's listen in to Jeff Brom of Orlando.
15 bounce on one. Ready for it?
They bust out of the huddle. A man can move towards the line of scrimmage. Two wideouts. And now you see the man 8 yards back. In motion is Bailey. Left side, it's Clark, and he's dropped to the backfield for a loss. Back at the 50. Wow! Great pressure up the gut by the Enforcers. That was Jason Chorak who charged in.
Great defensive stop right there. He just bust through the line and just grabbed him and threw him down.
Wow.
H1.
This defense is fired up. Loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16. Orlando in the white helmets, red jerseys, and blue pants. We're just underway. Third quarter action. Orlando with the football in a 21-16 lead from the 50. Brom deep drop. Here comes a blitz. Throws over the middle. Has a man open. It's going to be complete. Inside the Chicago 40 to the 37 is Mario Bailey. And that will be about 4 yards short of a Rage first down.
He got inside the zone right there, and the quarterback made a great play and a great catch.
16 alert.
Jeff Brom now looks to Galen Hall, the coaches on the far sidelines. 4 players on each side are mic'd. Shoulder pads that were designed specifically for the XFL to have microphones in them. They're showing blitz. They're going to bring the house here on 3rd and 3. Here it comes. Brom's in trouble, and Brom's going to be sacked back at the 50.
Yeah, great defensive stop right there. They brought the whole house. Every linebacker blitzed on that play.
Casey Daly, who got the start tonight, just came charging through and dropped Brom on his ass back at the 50.
And that was a great defensive stop. They stepped up and they played good, solid defense this series. Now the offense have to take that kind of momentum and carry it.
Raul Preston will drift back deep to return the punt from Jay Taylor, along with Aaron Bailey. They'll stand at their own 10. Taylor will park his feet at his own 37. And now we have a flag. It's 4th and 14, so nothing to worry about here. You're just tuning in. I'm Bill Simonson with former Bear great Otis Wilson and Luke Canellis on the sidelines. Chicago Enforcers football and the debut of the XFL in Chicago at ESPN Radio 1000. Now, the Orlando players are pointing at Chicago. Well, now the official's mic doesn't want to work. It's still 4th down. I think it's a 5-yard penalty, some movement. That will make it 4th and 9, and Bailey and Preston will drip back deep. The Enforcers in the white road jerseys, the black and purple helmets, the black and purple pants. Taylor now at his own 42. Good snap, good kick. Preston now will field it inside the end zone, goes right side to the 2. That's it. Wow. You got to bring him back in the XFL.
That was great football coverage right there. They got down there and formed it.
This is the XFL. Any kick in the end zone, you got to bring it out. I'm telling you, punting is going to be a big part of winning XFL football games.
Well, punting is a key part of any football game because it establishes its field position. You get a guy backed up inside this 5-yard line. Now your defense pinning the ears back. and let's go. Let's start blitzing.
Enforcers in a hole here. 1st and 10 inside their own 1-yard line. They trail Orlando 21-16. 8 Rage defenders in the box. Avery's hit at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a safety. Forward momentum will get him back to the line of scrimmage. He was lucky there.
He barely got back to the line of scrimmage there.
That Rage defense is Roberson, Purvis, Huffin, Duff, Alexander, Cummings, Burgess, Bell, Brown, Gilliard, and Fisher, but they went with 8 men in the box. They're daring Tim Lester to throw the football inside his own 1. I mean, they are just about a foot outside of the end zone. Left side, it's Avery with the hole. Wow, he stumbles out to the 4. He had a stutter step, Otis. If he busted to the outside, he could have won 99.
No doubt about it. If that guy did not stick his finger out there, because that's the only thing that stopped him was the finger, he would have been gone.
I don't know if I like the XFL. They get the tackle and force their running backs. Third down.
I tell you what, I'm loving it.
And we'll call it 6. A little breathing room for the Enforcers offense. Bailey now will get a head start near side. Remember, a receiver can move before the snap to the line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be a draw play to Avery, and Avery will shake 1 tackle and maybe a half a yard. That's it. And Crossland's going to be punting from his own end zone.
But, that's tough when you inside, the 5-yard line. It restricts what your offense can do. They have to play what you call that closed-in offense. They can't get wide. They can't spread anything out.
This is real football. This is about field position. Special teams, punting.
No doubt about it. And here we go. Punting the football. He's got to get this ball out of here.
Crossland, 8 yards deep in his own end zone. Culver and Gator deep to return. It's going to be a short end-over-end kick that Culver will take at the Chicago 35. Has blockers to the outside. Shakes 1 tackle to the 30. Maybe the 31 where they'll mark him down. And Orlando with great field position with 10:24 to go in the 3rd. And the Rage leading Chicago 21-16. Got to take a breather there. Unbelievable with the kicking game and the punting. And I'm telling you, you saw Preston look at it the old days with the Green Bay Packers. You let it go out of the end zone, and your offense comes out at the 20.
Well, that's the key with special teams. It's just as important as your offense and your defense in establishing field position. When you get down there inside the 10 or the 5, it limits what your offense can do. And the defense, all we do is pin our ears back and come, put the pressure on the offense.
One note, ChicagoEnforcers.com is the place to go for all the inside scoop on the Enforcers, learn about the players, meet the cheerleaders, find out about upcoming events, and order tickets. Go to ChicagoEnforcers.com today. And also, you can order single game and season tickets for the home opener at Soldier Field on February 24th at 1-866-XFL-GAME. That's 1-866-XFL-GAME. We're at the Citrus Bowl tonight. A week from tonight, we're at the LA Coliseum as the Rage will take on the LA Extreme. Then it's off to Birmingham to battle the Bolts at Legion Field. And then the home opener in Chicago, February 24th.
Chi-Town.
Go downstairs. Sweet Lou Canellis is standing by.
You guys were talking about special teams. We just saw Andy Crossland with just a 24-yard punt. And what you have to realize is here in the XFL, you're only talking about 38 roster spots for a game, 7 on the practice squad. Now, with only 38 roster spots, the punter and the kicker are the same. Andy Crossland's done a nice job kicking the football, but punting the football has been a different story this evening. Going into the second half, he had 2 punts with an average of 33 yards. That 24-yard punt has put the Rage on the Enforcers' 31-yard line here in the second half. So punting, very important. Special teams, huge in a ball game like this with it only a 5-point game.
Let's meet the Enforcers defense.
This is Aaron Humphrey, starting defensive end for the Chicago Enforcers. The rest of the starting lineup tonight: nose guard Don Sosa, right end Larry Fitzpatrick, outside backer Kevin McCullough, inside backer Matt Finkus, other inside backer Jamie Baisley, outside backer Casey Daly, cornerback Corey Ivy, free safety Kerry Cooks, strong safety Ray Austin, and up cornerback Quincy Coleman.
That was Aaron Humphrey, who was angry at halftime. Didn't he want to talk to Lou? He's a gamer. He's out of the University of Texas, starting at defensive end tonight. The defense is going to need to step up here for Chicago. Orlando with the football from the Enforcers 32. Pitch right side goes to Black, and Black will get nothing. There's a swarming Enforcers D on the far sideline.
And that's the key right there. They cut back. They took away the cutback. They forced him, had nowhere to go. That's the way they got to play defense the rest of the night.
I'm going to hit him that hole up, baby. I'm going to hit him that hole up.
You hear the players, Mike. I'm hitting that hole. I am hitting that hole.
Getting a little excited.
Coaches now will send the play in to Jeff Brom. Out of Louisville in the NFL with the 49ers. Last year was a backup quarterback at the end of the season with Cleveland. Second and 9 from the Chicago 30. Brom, a deep drop. Here comes the blitz. He's in trouble. Throws over the middle, and the pass is almost intercepted. Wow.
That was a great defensive surge.
Kerry Cooks almost had it.
Tipped the ball. Defense almost got it.
Kerry Cooks got a pick from an Orlando receiver, and if he has that thing, he's going to go down the far sidelines and score.
Wide open if he would have been wide open.
But what we're seeing here, pressure, getting after it. They're not holding back. The Enforcers know they can't give up another touchdown and go down 11 again. 9:34 and counting to go in the third. Orlando with the football and the lead over the Enforcers, 21-16. 3rd and 9 for the Chicago 31. Again, they blitz. Brom has a lot of time and a man open, and that's going to be 6. That's Diallo Burks, and his second touchdown of the night for the Rage.
And the key to that was, they brought pressure up the middle. The defensive tackles and linebackers did their job. The secondary has to cover these receivers.
Too much time for Jeff Brom. That has been the case every time he's went to the end zone, and that is his 3rd touchdown. It's been about having time.
It's because nobody got to him. The back made a heck of a block on one of the linebackers, turned him right over on his feet.
0-960, 919 post. Onward, ready?
There's a single PAT play call. 27-16 Orlando. You can only go for 1, and you can't kick it. From the 2 wideouts. Brom left side, man open. Good defense. Wow. It looked like Burks was going to catch it. And in the secondary, Quincy Coleman just ripped it away.
No doubt about it. Quincy had a great stop.
9:01 to go in the third. 27-16. Orlando has bumped their lead back up to 11 over the Enforcers. This is XFL football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Here at the Citrus Bowl, 40,000 Rage fans going nuts. Orlando with a 27-16 lead over the Enforcers. Jay Taylor will tee it up. Deep to return, Raul Preston. Remember, in the XFL, you have to return every kick inbounds. 10 yards deep in the end zone, you got to bring it up. It's all about excitement and action. The Enforcers, every time they've been down, they've answered. This is going to be a huge drive for Timmy Lester and the Enforcers offense. Boy, for a crowd that's never ever seen their team play, I cannot believe the noise, Big O.
They are truly excited about their, Orlando Rage football. They are raging out here.
Pretty good, Big O. They're raging. Taylor will kick it from the right side. Preston stands at his own 2. A booming kick that Preston will take near side at the 5. Up the gut to the 10. Picks up some blockers at the 15 to the 20 and stumbles out to the 25-yard line. And once again, the Enforcers offense, Junior Lord, Ryan Yarbrough, the wideouts, Aaron Bailey, Raul Preston, Armstrong, Ramirez, Lavelle, Janice Murphy, and Perez up front. Lester, Tate, Avery, and LaShawn Johnson in the backfield. And downstairs, let's go to Luke Canellis.
The Orlando Rage in a rage over the play of John Avery in the first half for the Enforcers. So much so that in that first offensive set that the Enforcers had in the second half, they literally ripped Avery's jersey in 2. So now instead of wearing jersey number 20, guys, he's wearing jersey number 22.
1st and 10 Enforcers with the football, that black and red. Spalding football from their own 25. They fake the draw. Now the flip pass on the left side will go to Raul Preston, and Preston has big yardage for a first down across the 35 out to the 36.
That was good play action pass right there. Get them going one way and throw the football back the other way. He gained 10 yards.
Maybe Ron Meyer wanted Avery to wear 22. That way Orlando would think, you know what, thank God the guy's out of the game.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Avery, a 68-yard TD pass, and also on the ground in the first half. 12 carries for 61 yards. That's over 5 of pop. Leicester now looks at a 5-man front. They're daring him to throw. They're going to shut down the run. Avery's a lone back, about 6 yards deep. Wideouts top side and near side, and they give it to Avery, and Avery cuts back, has blockers to the 40, to the 45-50, to the 45-40, 35-30, Mama part the Green Sea. Big John's coming home. That's a touchdown, Chicago.
But did you see how he left that defensive back's shoes and jock, helmet, shoulder pads, everything on the ground, and took it 60 yards?
He juked him so bad his mama in the stands was on the field.
Don't know him anymore. That kid is an athletic, and he needs to be in the NFL.
You know that number 22 is better than number 20 in the first half.
Exactly. Now they say we got to stop 20 and 22.
John Avery showing everybody what we heard for the last 2 weeks, that he is a special football player. And John told us yesterday on the huge show he was stuck in Denver behind Terrell Davis, Orlandis Gary, and Mike Anderson. They like the bruising power backs. He's more of a Barry Sanders, Marshall Faulk type. He's big time. I think the city of Chicago is going to eat him up.
He's got more speed than both of those guys you just mentioned.
They will line up for the single PAT. Option on the right side. Leicester will pitch it to LaShawn Johnson. He won't get it. And again, in the scheme of things, it's 27-22. That really didn't mean a lot. 8 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Chicago's back in this thing. Rage 27, Enforcers 22. This is XFL football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Third quarter action, midway through the third stanza at the Citrus Bowl. Orlando with the football and a 27-22 lead over the Enforcers. After Shea's kickoff return got him out to the 25. Now there's some yellow hankies on the turf. The play will not happen here, and the officials will get together and tell us what's going on. Again, a week from tonight, we're at the LA Coliseum. The Enforcers will take on the LA Extreme. Then we're in Birmingham in the home opener at Soldier Field on February 24th. And tickets are available at 1-866-XFL-GAME. That's 1-866-XFL Game. And if it's anything like Orlando, and granted the weather probably will be better than Chicago on February 24th, but what an atmosphere here.
Oh, great atmosphere. And then just watching this guy, John Avery, run the football is unbelievable. My first thing that comes to mind, a man like that should be in the NFL, but the XFL is glad they got him, because that foot speed will beat anybody.
Is it the foot speed? I mean, notice
you cannot deny that. That is foot speed.
Orlando back to action here. 1st and 10 with the football at the 31. Left side is Clark. He's in trouble. Then he'll break a tackle and get across the 35 out to close to the 37. That's a pickup of 4 yards.
Pretty good blocking in front of him. I mean, he just followed that wall and they collapsed it.
9:35 and counting to go in the third quarter. Bill Simonson, former Bear great Otis Wilson, Lou Canellas on the sidelines. Don't forget, Monday through Friday on ESPN Radio 1000, 3 until 6 in the afternoon. It's a huge show. Son of a Mitch, Schneid, Big A, Andy McDonald, the engineer, all hanging out here in Orlando. 2nd and 6, and the handoff will go to Clark, and Clark, I think, actually they had it a 2nd and 1 after the penalty mark off. Gets it across the 40 out to the 41. They'll move the sticks. That'll be a first down, Orlando. And that's how Orlando has battled back. They were down 10-6. That's how they've worn down the Enforcers. It's been about smash-mouth football.
There's no doubt about it. It's been smash-mouth football, but keeping their offense has answered everything that the Orlando Rage has put in front of them. The defense just have to step up a little more.
1st and 10 Rage with the football at their own 40. Enforcers show blitz. Brown, short drop, throws right side. good throw and catch. On the reception is Swain, and Swain will get 5 up to the 45.
0-960 combo.
All right, they got a 0-960 combo from the coaches to Brom in the huddle. What do you think that is? That's a pass play, isn't it?
No doubt about it. When they say combo, they're looking for a zone, and they're going to throw the football.
When I say combo, I'm usually looking for a quarter pounder with cheese and a biggie fry.
And supersize it, don't you?
I may have got franchises mixed up there. I do apologize. 2nd and 5. Brom short drop. Looks left. He's in trouble. Rolls right. Throws on the run to Shea, and Shea will have it for an Orlando first down inside Enforcers territory to the Chicago 48.
Once again, the quarterback has too much time. The defense has to put pressure on him. He's moving the pocket, as you can see now, to offset the blitzing that the Enforcers are doing. But they got to get some more pressure on him. They allowed him to throw that football too much.
5:33 and counting to go in quarter number 3.
15-on-1, ready?
40,000 fans in a festive night. This is an unbelievable atmosphere.
You can feel it.
For the debut of the XFL. 1st and 10 rage, man in motion, left side, Shea down up the gut. And the stubby little back from Kansas will get about 2 to the Enforcers 45.
Do you hear that rumbling and that grunting in there? Boy, I tell you, that just brings back some kind of memories.
I'm not liking this Mike football player thing because Otis has jacked me twice during the broadcast. I don't know how I've answered the bell coming back.
I'm getting excited, baby.
You're hearing pads, swearing, quarterbacks questioning coaches. God, it is like the 85 Bears.
Well, let's not go too far.
All right.
But this is great football.
I got to take the hype to some level. You know what I mean, Big O?
This is great football, though.
Left side, it's Clark. Clark with a hole inside the 45. Then it closes in a hurry. He'll get 3 to the 42. About 4 yards short of a first down. So a big 3rd down for the Enforcers defense here. They trail by 5, 27-22, 4:20 to go in the 3rd quarter from the gorgeous Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Actually on a chilly night for Florida. The temperature is down to 50, and I know Chicago people don't want to hear that. If it was 50 in Chicago, people would be tanning on Lake Michigan right now.
Exactly.
3rd and 4 from the shotgun. First time we've seen this for Brom. Deep drop. Here comes the blitz. Brom throws, has a man open. It's incomplete.
I tell you,
the pressure forced him to throw the ball early.
That was an important series because that would have set the tone. If they would have allowed him, and we got somebody hurt, the quarterback's down.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Mr. Brom. How you doing? My name's Jamie Baisley.
And that's what
I'm going to put you on your ass time and time again. Keep throwing it.
And that's what they have to do. They have to keep putting pressure like that on him so that they can get that offense back on the field because the offense has been answering them.
Raul Preston will drift back deep along with Aaron Bailey to return the punt of Jay Taylor. Last time he pinned him inside their own 1. He'll stand just inside his own 44. Good snap, no rush. Another good kick that Preston will take left side at the 7. No blockers here. He's in trouble. He'll try and turn the corner. He does to the 10. And a hell of a return there by Preston. Knocked out at the 13. And we got a late flag. That's going to be 15. And we got pushing and shoving and fighting on the far sidelines from the cheap shot artist called the Orlando Rage.
Man, that's really uncalled for because that has nothing to do with football. He got around the corner. He's out of bounds. Let him go.
Boy, Preston, just to get 7 out of that return. Again, this guy's been in a Pro Bowl for the Green Bay Packers. Got into shape during training camp. Admittedly came in out of shape. Lost about 15 pounds. Needed his speed. Got it. Found it. That's a big penalty. That gets him out of a hole.
And that gives you momentum, too, now. Don't forget that. That gives you momentum. Gives you a lot of room. The offense can do what it wants to do there.
Officials will walk it up to about the 28-yard line. So they go from fielding the punt at the 7 to what turns out to be a 21-yard return. 1st and 10 Enforcers with the football. Timmy Lester looks at 7 men in the box. They're going to dare him to throw. He's going to bootleg. He throws. He has a man open, and the pass is going to be caught for a short gain. Willie Tate coming out of the H-back position, and for the people who don't know a lot about football, the H-back really like a tight end in the backfield. who can lay a block and also get open every once in a while.
It's what we usually call in the locker room an oversized running back.
All right, there's Timmy Lester with the play call from the Enforcers sidelines. They trail 27-22. Here in Central Florida, under 3 minutes to go in the third. Lester under center will take the snap from his own 28. Pitch goes to Avery. Avery in trouble. Then breaks the tackle. Across the 30. Across the 35. Close to a Chicago first down. Up at the 37. John Avery for president.
Did you see the moves that he left those guys jock strapped down on the ground? This guy is unbelievable. He is unbelievable. He is for real, people.
They told us he was something special. They said in the scrimmage against Birmingham, they had 3 carries for 80 yards. They took him out.
They said he was something special. They didn't say he was just good.
He's unbelievable. He is the greatest running back to ever carry a football in Enforcers history.
No doubt about it.
They will retire his jersey after that game in Orlando. Third down. Long one. We got a timeout on the field. 2:05 to go in the third. We got a good one on ESPN Radio 1000 from the Citrus Bowl. Orlando 27, Chicago 22. This is XFL Enforcers football on ESPN Radio 1000. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. Chicago with the football, trailing Orlando 27-22. Timmy Lester waiting for the officials to say the TV timeout is over. That red and black football parked at the Chicago 37. Now they're going to work it from the I formation, something we haven't seen. On third and a long one. Big play here. Lester, short drop, goes over the middle. Pass is going to be complete for a first down. Up to the 45. And now Lester is laid out after the play. There is no flag. But the pass and catch are good enough for an Enforcers first down. And thank the Lord, Junior Lord, hallelujah. Thank the Lord
that the man got up.
You gotta have faith in a guy named Lord on your football team.
When he's on your team, you got a team.
Hallelujah. First and 10.
That's the real team right there.
Chicago on the move. On their own 45-yard line, Avery will be the lone back. 2 wideouts near side, 1 top side. For Timmy Lester, the kid out of Wheaton, Warrenville South in Chicago. Short drop. Swings it left side to Avery. A good move inside the 50. Breaks another tackle at the 50 and stumbles to the 49 of Orlando. John Avery is amazing.
This is the John Avery show right now, people.
Bob Snyder, the GM of ESPN Radio 1000, has fired us. John Avery will be on every afternoon, 3 to 6. The huge show is done. It's John Avery. Matter of fact, it's ESPN Avery. Second down and 4. Pickup of 6 on first down by J.A. 2 receivers, and now Avery will be stopped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 2 back inside Chicago territory to the 49-yard line as the clock winds down, and this could be the final play of the third quarter. Kenny Anderson, he's a guy with some Chicago connections. Comes up with a stop for the range.
But I tell you, what he did was basically just cut that backside off and didn't give him anywhere to run.
The Orlando fans, there's been about 3 fights in the stands. These people aren't used to real football. Third down and 5. Lester from the shotgun. Has a lot of time to throw. Looks right. Swings it now to Avery. Avery with a good move inside the 50. Avery will be short of a first down to the Orlando 46. He had to get inside.
I think he got that one.
You think he got it?
I think he got it.
I think he may be just a little bit short, and the officials are going to call for a measurement. Let's go downstairs. Sweet Lou Canellis has a better view than us.
Just about a half a yard short. He's about at the 47, 46 3/4.
Yeah, I think it looks a little short from our viewpoint here in the press box at the Citrus Bowl, which is the home of Central Florida football. Also, Auburn and Michigan played in the Citrus Bowl this year. So we're waiting for the mark. They're going to bring out the chains. Forcers gathering here on the near sidelines. I think some women are flashing some of the fans here, and it's not the cheerleaders. That's why Lou wasn't quick on that update, because he saw girls flashing up in the stands.
They say you'll get everything here. We're getting everything tonight.
This is the XFL. There's a row of blonde girls who are just lifting up their shirts saying, I love the XFL.
Extreme football, extreme fans.
Now a guy just did it, but it doesn't have the same impact with the crowd. All the merchandise we saw coming into the Citrus Bowl, the people tailgating for a team that never had played a game, is phenomenal. Well, the clock did expire there at the end of the third quarter, 15 minutes on the stadium scoreboard, and God bless the clock operator, it's worked here in the second half. One note, later in the fourth quarter, we'll have tonight's Enforcers Drive of the Game, which is brought to you by your Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana Toyota dealer. It is short of a first down, and Crossland comes in to punt it away for Chicago.
I can't believe he chose to punt the football away. I believe they could have got a first down.
But with the punting situation and having to run it back, maybe we'll take a chance. We'll kick it in the end zone, and Culver would have to bring it out. Shannon Skinny Culver, a guy I remember following at Oklahoma State University. And now the females in the stands are exposing themselves again. I would say this would be a prime opportunity for Hooters to have a sponsorship. I'm not saying I'm the marketing whiz with the Enforcers.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I'll take it.
Okay. Here's Crossland standing at his own 41. Culver inside his own 10. They are going to punt it. It is a good kick that Culver now will take at the 8. He has blockers left side and a hold to the 15. Turns the corner to the 20. Looked like a hold. There's no call at the 25 as Culver steps out there in Orlando. A great return of 17 yards by Skinny Culver, and first and 10 for Jeff Brom. And the Rage offense with 14:50 to go in the ball game, and Orlando holding on to a 27-22 lead.
09. I thought the Enforcers played a great third quarter. I mean, the momentum was with the Orlando Rays. They turned it back around.
All right, there's a play call again from the coaches of Jeff Brom in the huddle. A lone back will be Black. Top side receiver, near side receiver. Looks like they're going to throw here from their own 25-yard line. 8 men in the box for the Enforcers. Brom's in trouble. Hit as he throws, and the pass is going to be almost picked off. Wow! Great coverage in the secondary by Corey Ivy. Already has 2 interceptions tonight.
Did you see that great coverage in the secondary? But a fantastic hit on the quarterback. The D-line came in there and power drove him. That's putting pressure. That's putting pressure on the quarterback right there. That's why he had to throw that football away.
That was Jason Chorak again, wasn't it? He has just applied pressure after pressure, and the defense has been here to give the Enforcers a chance in the fourth quarter. Down 27-22.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the bench, half the distance to the goal line, second down.
Oh, the coaches and Galen Hall must have said something the officials didn't like.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
And I'll give the officials credit, and also the XFL. They have kept this game under control because they didn't want to embarrass the XFL. Your opening night, they didn't want people to think this league is a joke.
And not only that, these two teams have some animosity amongst one another. So they have...
Oh, the rivalry goes back to 8 o'clock tonight, Orlando time.
Exactly.
Second and 10 for Orlando, backed up to their own 12. Black, right side, nothing. He'll get maybe 1 to the 13.
Do you hear that hitting and that contact going on? Isn't that getting you excited?
Look at Don Hot Sasa. Don Hot Sasa.
On the play.
He's got up in his space.
The defense has stepped up a notch.
One interesting thing you'll see when you view the Enforcers on television for the first time, there are 2 cameramen who are out of the play who wear pads and a helmet to take you inside the huddle and inside the game in the XFL. 3rd and 23 from the 12 for Brom. Short drop, draw, hand off to Black. Black shakes off a tackle at the 20. Out to the 25, and he's knocked out of bounds there. That still will be about 8 yards short of a first down, and we'll see Jay Taylor come in and punt it away. And now the decision by Ron Meyer on 4th and short pays off.
Yeah, it did pay off, but I just thought that if he would have went for that, would have kept giving him the momentum.
But if you don't get it, then Brom has a short field. He can throw it to the end zone and game's over.
You're right about that, so that's why me and you up here in the booth talking about it.
Wow.
And we're not
just said, I'm right about something. Bailey and Preston deep to return. No rush. Taylor with a booming kick. Wow. This is a monster kick and a flag. Right side, that's going to be Bailey. Bailey will get about to the 22, and he's knocked out there. We got a flag back at the 36. Be interesting to see what it is.
Look like holding.
And Hankey is parked back at the Orlando 37-yard line. We are in the 4th quarter, 27-22, Orlando on top of the Chicago Enforcers.
Go away, guys. Go away. Would you go away? Face back 15 minutes. 15. Okay, we're going back and we're attack on the 7th. Post possession. Right?
You're going to post, you got a different post possession in the
Again, these are the officials discussing the penalty.
Ball hadn't been kicked.
Orlando will keep the football. Wow. They're going to say it was not a post-possession foul. That's big. Orlando keeps the football. That is a 15-yarder.
It was before the play started.
That is big, Otis. We are in the 4th quarter, 27-22, and now Orlando, they're punting it away, and it was a heck of a punt.
Yeah. Now they get an additional 15 yards tacked on.
Move it out to the 40.
From the previous spot. So that kills you when you have penalties like that. You just cannot afford to make stupid plays like that.
Orlando holding on to a 27-22 lead. The Enforcers are going to get it back now. Their defense
is out on the field again, wearing them down.
3 wideouts for Brom and Orlando from the 40. Outside handoff to Clark, and Clark will just carry a couple of tacklers for a pick of a 5 up to the 45, and the clock continues to run. Second down and 5 coming up for Orlando. Brown with the play call. Orlando with the football at their own 45-yard line. Second and 5. 3 wideouts left side. Handoff will be right side to Clark, and Clark will get 3 up to the 48. 12:30 and counting to go in the 4th. Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, Luke Pinellas on the sidelines. Don't forget, a week from tonight, we're at the LA Coliseum as the Enforcers take on the Extreme.
Trade 960, 922 angle. Owen, ready?
So we're in the 12-minute mark.
Sounds like a running play. 960 angle.
Go!
3rd down and 2. Let's see what the defense can do. 4-man front. Brom, short drop. He's in trouble. Steps up. Now he's going to try and run for it. Will he get it? Nah. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. What a job by the Enforcers D.
That was a great defensive stop. I mean, you would think after that penalty they would let down. The momentum rose, so they rose to the occasion.
Look at Ray Austin coming up to force the play. Bromden had to step to the outside. He didn't have the speed to turn the corner.
Nowhere to go.
And now the defense.
Ran him straight to the water pipe.
The Enforcers defense has stepped up time and time again to give this team a chance to win their first game in franchise history. Jay Taylor now will punt it away for Orlando. He'll stand at his own 31. Preston and Bailey deep to return. Little pressure.
Another penalty.
And they get it away. There's a flag on the far sidelines. Preston up the gut to the 10. Brought down at the 12, but hold the fort. 2 flags. Both at about the 45 of Orlando. Did they get to the punter? They almost blocked it. See if we can check in with the officials.
Ineligible kicker downfield, left corner kick, number 46. 5 yards at the end of the run, first down.
Well, the Enforcers will keep the football.
We can breathe a little easier.
But the 5-yard penalty will move them back inside their own 10, so field position, again, is the key. 11:27 to go in the fourth. 40,000 fans partying as the XFL kicks off their season here in Central Florida, and also the NBC game. New York, New Jersey, the Hitmen have sold out Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas. Next Saturday night, it will be the NBC prime telecast on Channel 5 back in Chicago. The Enforcers taking on the LA Extreme. Let's go downstairs to Sweet Lou Canellis.
Bill, we're alongside one of the leaders on the defensive end, Aaron Humphrey. What are you guys doing defensively? Brahms he struggled the last 3-4 times they've had the football.
We're just getting after them. In the first quarter, we're playing too soft. We weren't executing the game plan very well, and we're just sucking it up and getting after them in the second half. We're just trying to figure out who wants that money more.
Are you blitzing more, Aaron?
Actually, we're not. We're just being more physical up front and just playing enforced football.
Back upstairs to you guys.
Remember, the winner of this game gets an extra $2,500 bonus. Enforcers with the football. Avery with the handoff. Looked like a face mask. No call from the 15, and he'll get maybe 1 or 2 close to the 17. We'll wait for the officials mark. One note. You're listening to ESPN Radio 1000's coverage of the Chicago Enforcers in the XFL right now on AM 930. You can also tune in on our website at ESPNRadio1000.com.
Outright, D7 Louis. On one. Ready?
That is the voice of Tim Lester inside the Enforcers huddle with the play call here on 2nd and 9 from his own 16. Avery will be the lone back. 3 wideouts in the set for Timmy. Short drop. Has time to throw. Throws right side, and the pass is going to be caught. He'll be a short pickup of 4, maybe 5, up to the 22-yard line. Ryan Yarborough, a Chicago guy on the Enforcers roster, with the catch.
Little play action pass out there, send Avery one way and throw back the other way. Throw the defense off a little bit.
3rd down, 5, maybe a long 6, as the crowd continues to party in Orlando.
They're throwing beer on each other now.
For a league that 1 year ago didn't exist, it is unbelievable to see a crowd like this. 3rd down and 5 for the Enforcers. Lester now in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 12. Lamarcus forward progress at the 14. And Chicago will have to punt it away.
That's what we used to call back in the 46 defense a jailbreak.
You knew it was coming. I mean, field position is the story of this second half.
And that's the key. This special teams is going to dictate what happens here right now. Because defense is tight, offense is tight. Special teams got players have to step up.
Gator and Culver deep to return for Orlando. Crossan will stand inside his own 2 to punt it away. Good snap. Short, wobbly end-over-end kick that Culver will take at the Chicago 45, and he's buried there at the 43. So good coverage there on a very short punt. But Orlando with great field position, and Casey Daly on the stop there.
And that's the key. You know, the special teams have to, not make mistakes. And the punter has to be able to kick that ball 30 and 40 yards. So they got to step up the special team.
9:22 to go in the 4th quarter. Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, Luke Canellis on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. The Rage leading the Enforcers 27-22. Later in the 4th quarter, we'll have our Enforcers drive of the game, which is brought to you by your Chicagoland Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. First and 10, Brom Allison, a man in motion right side. Left side handoff goes to Black with blockers, and he's buried for a loss. Man, this defense for Chicago
is an attacking defense.
They got after it in the second half.
The guy, the wide linebacker, kept containment. Humphrey came in there and closed the show.
That will be a loss of maybe 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for Orlando at the Chicago 45. They cannot give up any points here. Not a 3, not a touchdown. Under 9 minutes and the clock continues to run. Remember, you can't go for 2.
Exactly. The defense has been very stingy so far.
Brom looks at 7 men in the box. They're showing blitz. Here they come. Brom in trouble. Throws right side. The pass is going to be caught. He'll be short of a first down and maybe a pickup of about 5 to the 40 on the right side.
And that was good coverage right there. I mean, the man, they were right on him. He threw an inside passing route. Good coverage.
Burks on the reception. Ivy on the tackle. That brings up 3rd and 7. We're nearing the 8-minute mark in the 4th quarter. 40,000 at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. The Rage leading Chicago 27-22. The winning team an extra $2,500 to spend this week. Shotgun, 3 wideouts. Black, the lone back. Brom, deep drop, throws over the middle, pass, almost intercepted.
That was
goddamn over.
great.
Wow, Matt Finks had it. And he had a few choice words about not holding on to it.
He described that one very well, didn't he? Oh, that was great defensive series right there. The Enforcers defense has stepped up a notch, and they're playing great defense. Now the offense got to do something.
Well, this is going to be the drive. 7:40 and counting to go in the 4th.
You know, we were talking about how bad the defense was. Now we got to talk about how bad the offense is right now.
Preston and Bailey will both stand inside the 10. We're going to get a late timeout here, delay a game. Boy, look at Finks. The jersey dirty, walking slowly, limping a little bit, just a warrior out of Ohio State.
But they're not giving up anything. That defense has been very stingy in the last quarter in these 3 series tonight.
Tell you what, I'm looking at the Lombardi brothers. I keep saying Lombardi brothers. Mr. Lombardi, his father, at Richland East, was a legendary high school coach. Tony Lombardi, a fullback at Arizona State. These guys are just calling a great defensive game plan. I mean, I'm so impressed with the coaching, considering these guys have been together since the middle of the fall, October, November. Here it is, February 3rd, and you're playing football that's better than the World Football League, better than arena football. It's on the same level. I would liken it to maybe what the USFL was when they debuted. It's not the NFL. We're not going to lie to anybody. But this is a good game.
The key about it is you're right. You have some great offensive mind, defensive minded coaches, but you have some good players executing that system.
Look at Pete Avery, the defensive coordinator. Tony Lombardi also helping out in there. It is unbelievable. Taylor now with the high punt. Boy, this guy may be their MVP of the ballgame outside of Brown. Preston will have to field it right side to the 10 with the wall to the 15. Looked like a face mask. There is a flag back at the 4, but I think that's a halo violation as Preston will return it out to the 15, and this could be the drive for the Enforcers. They want to win this thing down 5 with 7:21 to go.
I say they have to make a determination whether they want it or not. Right here, right now, they got to do it.
4-5 on the end of the run.
Sounds like it's going against the Orlando Rage.
Violation of a 5-yard halo, number 54.
That's a 5-yard halo.
First down.
And the XFL, 3 yards in college football in the NFL. Let's go downstairs to Sweet Lou Canellis.
Ron Meyer making a change at the quarterback spot, guys. In for Timmy Lester. Kevin McDougal, the former Notre Dame quarterback, spent some time in the Arena Football League, threw for 73 touchdowns just in the last past season in the Arena Football League. So he's going to go with McDougal here instead of Lester to see if some type of offense could be generated in the 4th quarter with the team down 27-22.
I think what he's looking at, the fact is, Otis, that Timmy Lester, they were ganging up on the pass. They need to loosen it up to give Avery a chance to shake loose. I don't think it's a knock against Timmy Lester. It's just a situation you're in with 7:21 to go in the 4th, and you need a touchdown to win this thing.
Not only that, you have a quarterback here that's good, a good thrower, yet a good runner. I think Tim Lester's more one-dimensional. He's not willing to run. He's not going to run the ball a whole lot. This makes the defense, put the defense on edge, makes them think about what they're doing now instead of teeing off on the quarterback.
We mentioned Pete Adrian, the defensive coordinator, and the job he's done here in the second half. Tony Lombardi, the defensive backs coach, also the D-line coach, a friend of yours, Harvey Armstrong. Chris Haynes helps out, a volunteer coach. We mentioned Bob Lombardi. Chris handles the special teams. Bob, a legendary Chicago high school football coach, up here right now in the press box, and there's the defensive coaches putting their game plan together. But now it's up to the offense in this situation. They need to take it the length of the field, stick it in the end zone. 28-27, we all go home happy, Big O.
And that's the key to it. They eat up the clock, move the chains. But the key is, yes, they put together a good system. They got to execute it out there on the field.
One note for all you football fans in Chicago, want to get a group together to see an upcoming Enforcers game at Soldier Field. Groups of 15 or more are eligible for discounted tickets to any one of 5 home games, plus group leaders will receive an Enforcers gift. Call 1-866-XFL game and speak to an Enforcers account executive today. That's 1-866-XFL game for group tickets. Also, you're listening right now to ESPN Radio 1000's production of Enforcers football on AM 930 in Chicago. If you're on your way home, you can listen on our website at ESPNRadio1000.com. All the games on the web, on ESPN Radio 1000, and also our good friends at AM 930. This has exceeded my expectations.
I tell you, I was not surprised. I knew this would be some good football tonight. I think the only expectations I had was what they would do, around the game of football. And it's been very mild. This is going to be here for a while.
McDougal threw 73 touchdowns for Milwaukee in the Arena Football League. He's in at quarterback, and Avery will take the handoff, and he'll get close to the 20. That will be it. A pickup of maybe 1. So McDougal can throw the football. Notre Dame connections, and we mentioned over 70 touchdowns for Milwaukee.
We got another quarterback change now.
Now one, ready?
Lester is back in now. So Timmy has jumped back in for McDougal. Avery will be the lone back. The man moving to the line of scrimmage will be on the far outside. Lester will roll right side. Wants to throw. Slips. Throws on the run. Has a man open, and the pass is going to be intercepted down the far sidelines and knocked out of bounds at the 10. That was Sean Banks on the pick for the Rage.
That's got to be tough on your team's momentum. When you're playing that well on defense and your offense is turning the ball over. Oh.
That was a heck of an interception. I thought he had Bailey open.
He threw it right to him.
Banks stepped right in, returned it inside the 15. He'll mark it at the 11. So again, the defense has to stop him here. 27-22. Orlando on top of Chicago. 6:36 to go in the ball game. Black, the lone back. Man in motion, looked like offsides. No flag. Brom, a lot of time. Throws in the end zone. The pass is going to be caught. That's a touchdown.
Too much time. Man. Too much time. I mean, you can't give a quarterback that much time to throw the football. Your DBs can't cover him all night.
Diallo Burks. I think that's his 3rd tonight.
Great job.
Man,
8 years to throw.
Every time Brom has had a lot of time to throw, he has just killed the Enforcers.
Did you hear what the gentleman just said on the field? He had 8 years to throw. I think that sums it up.
33-22. The single point try is on the way. Orlando.
14, Owen, ready?
That could be the dagger. Be tough to score a couple of times, but you never know. With 6:14 to go, and they keep the clock going during extra point tries. Clark right side, he stopped. So 2 touchdowns for the Enforcers to win it. With 6:06 to go in the 4th. 33-22, Orlando on top of Chicago. This is XFL Enforcers football on ESPN Radio 1000. 6:06 to go in the 4th quarter. Orlando now in front of Chicago. 33-22 on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Taylor will kick it away. Preston will stand inside his own 2. Deep to return for the Enforcers. End over end kick that will go into the end zone. So Chicago needs 2 touchdowns to win this thing. They were sitting good. Not great field position, but at their own 20, only down by 5. The interception by Banks. leads to the touchdown from Braum to Burks, and Braum now with 4 in the air.
We're in go.
Well, you know, I thought the offense, the defense was playing very well, keeping them in the ball game. The offense is the one that's hurting them right now.
Half left, 93-5.
They're going to need some big plays here. John Avery has been their big play man with a couple of huge touchdowns. Well, now they look to the clock. 6 minutes in the fourth. They're down 33-22. Lester from the shotgun with 3 wideouts. Throws right side. He's in trouble. Lester throws on the run. The pass is going to be incomplete. They'll win the grass in the XFL.
Got to get rid of the football. Got to get rid of the football. These wide receivers have to get open, and Tim Lester got to get the football to him. He can't sit there and hold that ball.
Good job of Timmy Lester to get rid of it. No loss on the play. 2nd and 10. 5:53. They're going to need a big play here.
Snap, gun.
Take a miracle. A couple of touchdowns in less than 6 minutes. Clock continues to run. Lester with 2 wideouts near side, 1 top side, shotgun. Draw play to Avery. Avery with a stutter step move will get 2 up to the 21.
Nowhere to go. I mean, you know, when you got a team down like that, your defense they just pin their ears back and just keep on coming. So it's going to make it tough on them.
Run the screen.
Avery will check out. He has to be gassed. He has just played his behind off in this ball game. 33-22 if you're just joining us. Orlando on top of Chicago. XFL football on ESPN Radio 1000. Lester, deep drop. Throws over the right side. Pass is going to be caught by Johnson, and Johnson across the 25 up to the 27. Looks to be about 2 yards, maybe 3 short of a first down.
Just about. They have to punt the football away.
Yeah, I guess you got to punt it here and hope for a mistake and hope you get it. See, this is a situation where you may go to a trick play with the 25 yards and live rule. You may set up something in practice where you punt it away from the guy and send somebody streaking down to get it.
We might send that message down to the sideline. What do you think?
You never know. We're listening to them. Maybe they're listening to us during the game. Now we got a timeout on the field. Orlando was a guy short on the play. So here's what's interesting. They move up their punt return because I think they're thinking the same thing. Gator and Culver now move up to that 25-yard line. Do you put a couple of speed guys and rush down after it?
Well, you always protect your back door. You don't want nobody to come in and sucker you.
I think
you got to believe they're going to punt it away.
Yeah, you can't punt it here. You're down 2 touchdowns with 4:36. I think Ron Meyer changed his mind.
I think it's more dangerous to go for it in a situation like this as opposed to last time when I thought they should have went for it.
Yeah, but it's 4:36, and that was 3rd quarter. This is 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're getting a little desperate right now, so you got to get out there.
Desperate situation. Yeah. You're down 11, which is 2 touchdowns under XFL rules. There's no going for 2.
So you got to keep the ball. You got to make something happen.
The ball here. You don't get it, so be it. You get it, and you got a prayer.
But your defense has been playing very well, though, so you give them an opportunity.
4:36, and you have the running clock, and you need 2 scores.
Yeah.
1-score game, they're kicking it, 2-score game, they're going to go for it from their own 27. Man in motion right side. Avery will be the lone back. Lester drops back to throw, wants to set up the screen. He's in trouble, throws on the run. The pass is going to be caught by Avery. Avery now with a good move to the 35, to the 40, back to the 45. Bounces off a tackler there, has a first down, out to the 47. Wow, what a throw and catch from Lester to Avery.
Is he something else or what? He is the pure D athlete.
Boy, there's Brian LaBelle.
With no helmet going after somebody. That takes guts right there.
Oh, there. He threw off the helmet and said, let's go.
How do you like me now?
Chicago fans will know Brian LaBelle, 6'6", 310, the right guard for the Enforcers, played at Evanston and Northwestern. Chicago in a hurry-up offense. Under 4 minutes to go. Lester throws right side, has a man open. Good catch and a good throw, Timmy.
And he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Ryan Yarborough inside the Orlando 40 to the Rage 37, and now Lester will get him up to the huddle.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
Quickly downstairs to Luke Ellis.
John Avery has a problem with his left hand, Bill. They were working on it just a moment ago, but he's back getting ready to get into the ball game. Keep an eye. He may have difficulties grabbing a hold of a football.
494.
Well, I don't think his hands are the important part. As long as he has those legs and that speed, that's all we need.
Exactly.
1st and 10. Enforcers from the Orlando 39-yard line. Lester from the shotgun. 5 receivers in the pattern. Lester steps up. Throws right side. Pass is going to be caught by his H-back Tate. Tate is inside the 30. Knocked out close to a first down at the Orlando 28.
And again, he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Little over 3 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Chicago with the football on the move, but they're down 33 to 22 to Orlando.
No, it doesn't stop.
They need to score 2 touchdowns to win this thing. Lester, shotgun. Throwing long now. He's just going to tuck it. He's going to run. Breaks a tackle and just gets rocked at the 23. That was a good pump fake. I thought he was going to chuck it in the end zone.
Did you hear that contact right there?
I felt it up here, Big O.
No doubt about it. They playing some football down there.
Patrice Alexander with the hit. Or the rage.
660.
Boy, you can hear one of the coaches losing his voice on the play call, huh? That's Ron at the 1st and 10. From the 24, draw play to Avery. Avery with the spin move at the 20. Spins off another tackle to the 15-yard line.
Almost a first down right here.
About 3 yards short, but the clock continues to move. 2:24 and counting to go in the ball game. Orlando leading the Enforcers 33-22. If they score, onside kick, you never know. From the 15, Lester, short drop. He's in trouble. Throws in the end zone and then just chucks it away. Intended for Bailey. Timmy did a good job to avoid a loss there.
I tell you, they had a great opportunity right there to take advantage of the defense, but they didn't.
We'll fucking die out now.
3rd and 2. Coming up for the Enforcers in 4-down territory at the Orlando 15-yard line. John Avery on the ground, 156 yards rushing, 93 receiving.
But they got to get this ball in the end zone and then get the ball back. So I think they're wasting time right now.
2-minute warning, 2 minutes remaining, 33-22, Orlando on top of Chicago. This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. 2-minute warning at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida. Bill Simonson, Otis Wilson, Luke Canellis on the sidelines. 33-22. Orlando leading Chicago.
Okay, run that. Run that. Okay.
But Chicago with the shot here. They have 3rd and a long 2 at the Orlando 15-yard line. They need to score, onside kick, get it and score. That's it, Otis.
That's the bottom line.
That's over.
It's got to call it a quickie. They got to make it happen real quick.
You ever been in a game where your team just came back and scored a couple of times in the final 2 minutes?
Every now and then, yes. I've been in that situation.
Well, let's see what happens here.
A few times we pulled it out. A few times we didn't.
We're waiting for the TV timeout. Home opener February 24th at Soldier Field. The Enforcers and the New Jersey Hitmen, who lost to Las Vegas tonight at sold-out Sam Boyd Stadium. Tickets are available at 1-866-XFL game for group tickets. Also, we'll have tonight's Enforcers Drive of the Game, which is brought to you by your Chicagoland Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. Coming up here at the conclusion of the 4th quarter. Remember, AM 930 right now carrying this broadcast. You can listen when you get home at ESPNRadio1000.com. And don't forget, Lou and myself, The Huge Show, every afternoon, Monday through Friday, 3 until 6 on ESPN Radio 1000. This must be a long time out. This is where all the stations are telling you what's coming up on their news broadcast.
They're paying for it.
We're set to go. Enforcers, the soiled white jerseys. 3rd and 2 for Lester. He looks at a 4-man front. He'll take the snap from the Orlando 15. Swings it left side to Avery. Avery now with a good move will be stopped short of the first down It's going to be a no-gainer. There's a lot of running for a no-gainer there.
That was a great defensive play. They put the pressure on him. They gave him nowhere to go.
Corey Gilliard on the stop for the Orlando Rage. Next Saturday night, Chicago will be the feature game on NBC at the Coliseum in Los Angeles against the LA Extreme. LA will open up their XFL season tomorrow on the road at Pac-Bell Park against the Demons of San Francisco. 4th and 2. This is it for Chicago from the 15. Lester throws a pass. It's going to be caught for a first down to the 11, but the clock continues to run. We're nearing the 1 minute mark to go in the 4th. A minute 15.
Come on, D! Deny him, D!
They wind the clock and quickly Lester to the line of scrimmage, which is the Rage 11. Lester back to throw. Pump fake. Throws in the end zone. Receiver wasn't even looking for it. Double coverage on Raul Preston.
Come on, Lester.
Well, they had the coverage on him. They really had nowhere to go, so I think he just got rid of the football.
Swing on this way. Try it again.
Lester now quickly getting the play. You hear the raspy voice of the coaches calling it.
So swing it this way. Give it to me.
They have worked hard. 1:12 on the clock. 2nd and 10. They can get a first down inside their Orlando 1, but they need to score here quickly because they need 2 touchdowns. They're down 33-22. Lester now walks up, looks at the defense, checks off. Now we're going to get some movement and a flag. And Lester throws the ball to the turf in disgust.
Still got an opportunity to get a first down.
Now back in my 5 here. Might have been delayed game.
Same play. 19-14. Wing right. Wait. Wing left. Were we left or right?
Yeah, left. Took a lot of time, and it will be a delayed game penalty against the Enforcers. Again, the XFL divided into 2 divisions, the Eastern, Chicago, Orlando, New York, New Jersey, and Birmingham. Memphis, Las Vegas, LA, and San Francisco make up the Western Division. 4 teams go to the playoffs, and 2 teams will play in the big game at the end for the XFL Championship. Lester, back in the pocket, in trouble, steps up, throws, has a man open. Caught!
Touchdown!
That's a touchdown! Enforcers! Willie Tate! Count it, baby!
That was a great effort on Tim Lester.
Also, some people in Vegas are jumping up and down right now. The point spread was 7. They're singing the night Chicago didn't die.
Great. I mean, you got to look at it. He has so much pressure on him and got out of the pressure, threw it into double coverage. Tight end made a great catch on that football.
Heck of a throw by Timmy Lester to Tate. And one thing I like about the Enforcers, this has been a seesaw battle back and forth, and I know it's a cliche, but they haven't quit tonight.
No doubt about it. The defense stepped up when they had to, and the offense got down there and did it. The unfortunate thing about it, they had Father Time wasn't on their side.
1:03 to go in the 4th quarter. The single PAT try is on the way, and really it's meaningless because they'll need the touchdown. You can't go for 2 in the XFL. So if they got it, they're still down 4. They still need the 6.
That's what Coach Maurer.
Well, remember, Orlando could return a fumble or interception the other way, so my guess is you'll see a very conservative call here. They will go for the single point from the I formation.
This is football. You never know what's going to happen.
The jumbo package. Lester, right side handoff to LaShawn Johnson. Look at LaShawn. Get in! He got it.
That was determination right
there. Boy,
that
guy's legs are just turning.
That was determination.
1:03 to go in quarter number 4. Orlando leading Chicago 33-29. This is XFL Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Onside kick try by Crossland, bounces around at the 40, and I think Orlando got it there at the 40. Didn't take a bounce off the up back. We'll have to check the timeout situation and see if they have any left. They have 2 remaining. So my guess is
sit on the football.
Yeah, 1:02 to go. Team didn't quit. Kept coming back. You never know. Fumble here, 102. It's going to take a miracle.
Exactly. Well, that's you hit it on the head. You're talking about a great team that they didn't quit.
15 on 1. Ready?
33-29. Orlando on top of Chicago. 62 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter here at the Citrus Bowl.
I got to go weak.
Clark in the backfield with Brom, and Clark will just take the handoff, and he will get about 4 to the 36, and they'll burn their second timeout. So they'll have 1 remaining with 55. I guess there could be, based on the 35-second clock, they can stop it on 1 more play, which would be 3rd down. Then 30, they could get it back a little under 20 seconds maybe.
And just throw up a Hail Mary. What do you think?
I don't know. Big play. The turnaround play was the interception by Banks, where they got the short field at the 11, and they stuck it in on Brown to Burks.
Well, they've been sticking it with them throughout the whole night. I mean, they never quit, and they played enforcer football.
Also, we get word that Lou Canellis right now is trying to do a one-on-one interview with the Orlando Rage cheerleaders, and he's been carted away by security, so we'll try and get you all the details here in a few moments.
0-14 on 1. Ready?
Actually, we're hearing the play call. Lou Canellis, go for Julie on 2. Ready, break.
Go!
2nd and 7. Need a fumble here. Clark, right side, will hold on to the football, and they'll burn their final timeout. It will be 3rd down in about 5. We have 49 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, so they can run this play on 4th down and 35.
Stop them.
They can't stop. It's over. They can run 35 off on this, and they can run the final 15 off on 4th down.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Mathematically, yeah.
It's over. They can burn it now.
I'm just hoping
they can burn the clock. They can run this play.
We got a timeout.
And they have no timeouts. And then 35, and then run the 15 on 4th and not even snap.
Yeah, ball game is over.
Yep. He should be able to kneel here. Well, Jeff Brom and Orlando, they were picked to be one of the favorites to win the XFL big game at the end, and you see why. His NFL experience paid off tonight. Timmy Lester came on at the end, but it looks like the Enforcers will come up short in their opener. Black on the handoff. We'll get to the 34. Well, interesting there. But 4th down, and it's when they reset it. And they reset it after 35, it's over. They reset it, it's over. They don't have to snap it. This is official.
It's in the books.
It was a night of history, a night of firsts, a night of maybe new Chicago sports heroes like John Avery, and also the birth of the next football generation. But Orlando will win. Chicago fought until the end, and they'll be on the losing end, 33-29. Don't forget, we'll have our Enforcers drive of the game during our post-game show. Wow, they took a timeout with 8 seconds left. Hold on 1 second here. Why did they take a timeout? Can you tell me why they could have burned the clock?
Don't protect the football. Okay. We'll give them the ball right there with no timeout.
Can you tell me why they took a timeout with 8 seconds left? Maybe the Orlando fans were in Vegas and had Orlando given the 7. I don't want to say anything, but if Brom throws his football to the end zone, Lou Canellis will be in the press box, and I'll be working the sidelines. Why did they take a timeout here?
I have no idea.
They could have burned the clock.
Really?
Protect it.
Now he's saying protect it.
Now they did.
Sorry, 15 bounce on 1. Ready?
They are throwing it. 8 seconds remaining. Neal. Good tackling by the Enforcers there. That's it, man. My expectations, maybe they were a little high because we're the voice of the Enforcers, but for a league that a year ago was just formed, it is unbelievable. Oh, there is 1 second for the Enforcers. Hold on 1 second. Change of possession. Throw along, Timmy. Throw along.
They're giving you everything you want. The Hail Mary, I told you.
Hey, make a play now.
It was known in football circles as the game that would never end. Timmy, throw it long. Throw it way down the field. That is interesting why they ever took that timeout. They put 4 seconds on the clock. Time for a Hail Mary. Who knows? Crazier things have happened. Lester from the shotgun. From his own 30. Timmy steps up. Throws it long. Right side. It's going to be picked off. Coming back the other way. And running out of bounds.
It's over now.
Is a DB. We got zeros on the scoreboard.
It's over now.
33-29, a 4-point Orlando victory. It is our final momentarily. We'll go downstairs to Sweet Lou Canellis. Right now, though, it's time for our Enforcers Drive of the Game, which is brought to you by your Chicagoland Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. And no surprise here, it is Big John Avery. Wideouts topside and near side, and they give it to Avery, and Avery cuts back. Has blockers to the 40, to the 45-50, to the 45-40, 35-30. Mama part the green sea. Big Judge coming home. That's a touchdown, Chicago.
But did you see how he left that defensive back shoes and jock, helmet, shoulder pads, everything on the ground and took a 60-yard
He juked him so bad his mama in the stands was on the field.
Don't know him anymore.
And that is our Enforcers Drive of the Game, which is brought to you by your Chicagoland Northwest Indiana Toyota dealers. 33-29 is our final here in front of 40,000 at the Citrus Bowl. Again, special thanks to a huge crew back at the Hancock Building in Chicago. Our intern, Ryan Walsh, who put together all our XFL information. Also, Andy McDonald, our engineer. Wow, what a great engineer. Had an attitude in the beginning. I slapped him upside the head. Next thing you know, we're doing an XFL game together. Adam Delavitt, Big A, producer extraordinaire for all of his work. Also son of a Mitch, the Orlando Rage and everybody. But right now, let's check in one final time with Sweet Lou Canellis.
All right, thank you very much, Bill. We are standing alongside head coach Ron Meyer on the field. And coach, the team fought back all night long, but still, just by looking at your face, you're not a happy man.
Oh, you just made a ton of mistakes, the typical dumbass plays that you can't have and expect to win, and yet the courage and the attitude and the guts of this team was evident to everybody. You know, no question about it. Orlando is one of the preseason favorites in this league, and I think you can easily see that. You know, we got a special player in Avery, and there's no question about that. But defensively, we got to play the first half as we played the second half.
The dumbass plays, specifically, what are you talking about?
Well, we fielded a punt, you know, in the end zone, lost field position there. That's a dead ball once it's there. Fumbled a kickoff, which is you just don't do that. That led to 3 points. We broke down in coverage. We just couldn't knock them out on first down in the first half. So, you know, we just got to clean those areas up. There's no question about it.
Did your guys pleasantly surprise you in any areas this evening?
Not really. You know, I mean, Avery's special. I mean, those plays that he made.
But you knew that. You knew by watching John the last month and a half, you knew you had a special back.
Well, I did in a way, but you know, you don't expect those plays to unfold like he did. I mean, he goes the distance on 2 of them, and that's unusual in pro football. That takes you back to Gale Sayers. So now we just got to shore up the rest of our football team to play to his ability.
You touched on the improvement on defense in the second half. What did they do differently in that second half that they didn't do in the first half?
Well, we stopped the run. You know, once we stopped the run, of course, we had two interceptions, or one right there that cost us the ball game, and that's what worried me all along, that our throwing game couldn't match theirs to a degree, and that's the way it turned out.
Coach, thank you very much. Head coach Ron Meyer here on the football field at the Citrus Bowl, guys. 33-29, Enforcers drop their opener. Back to you guys upstairs.
Sweet Lou, we'll talk again Monday on the huge show after 3 on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000. Also, Lou will be on the sidelines at the LA Coliseum next Saturday night. That will be the NBC Prime telecast. The Enforcers in Los Angeles taking on the Extreme. Also, the Enforcers are taking it to the Extreme Tour. with Budweiser. They'll be stopping at a bar near you. Come out and meet and greet the Enforcers cheerleaders, take part in the Extreme Table Football Challenge, and win game tickets and merchandise. Next stop, Shoeless Joe's in Rosemont on Thursday, February 8th, and Joe's Sports Bar in Chicago on Saturday, February 10th. Check out other stops on the tour at ChicagoEnforcers.com or call 1-866-XFL-GAME. That's also the number for tickets for the home opener on February 24th or season tickets, 1-866-XFL-GAME. Otis, I'm proud of you. Your first broadcast with us on ESPN Radio 1000. You're a class act. We got through it, and I want to hug you right now. But then again, I'm going to hug you. Get over here.
Come on, baby.
Give me some love.
It was a great football game. I tell you, for
man, I can see why they call it the Big O. Is that a football in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
A little bit of both.
All right, Mitch Rosen, our program director, and everybody who made this broadcast possible. It was a special evening, but the Enforcers come up short. 33-29 is our final. We'll talk to you on the Huge Show Monday after 3. So long from Orlando.
Enforcers football on Chicago's ESPN Radio 1000.